ignore that side of things. That's not tidy yet. But I guess we could swing it that way a little bit. Da-da-da. Ooh, maybe not. It's just me, myself, and my higher self here. Still working on it, still working on it. I'll just wait to see if anyone comes in. But I'm okay yakking to myself as well, that is fine. Let me move up to this table without scooting away. So if you're there, say hi. I can see people. Hi Lois, can you hear me all right? I feel like I have to shout. I'm in my conservatoire. I probably don't have to shout, it echoes in here anyway. Hi Edward. I need to look down here actually, I can't see that far. Let me just tune in. Yes, I've got a song to sing in a minute. Yeah, good. Thank you. It is cosy, that's why I thought I'd come from this room, but this is where I'll be coming in the new year, so I just thought I'd give you a bit of a snippet, but not everything yet. So let me just go over because I can't. Hi Belinda. Hi Rennie. I'm gonna have to look on here. Birds are going mad. At least you can't hear them that loud. They know I'm on. They know I'm on. So we've got Lois, Edward, Colin, Belinda, Renee, Organic Intelligence 313, Eddie, Kiwi, I was going to say then, Effie. I'll just put this where I can see it there next to my water bottle. It's a bit easier from there to there. I'll let you all come in. And hi Helen. A song came in my head today and I'm going to sing it. I don't know what it's going to come out like, but you know me, I've always been in one of them moods all day, like really good ass mood. And another song to sing you to do with this, because this, I know I can't show you from here, is a locket that I found. That was my nana's, who I was very close to, and it's got a picture of, you're not going to be able to see it, but I was looking for it, and I thought, where is it? And then I went looking for a picture of my nana, who's not here in the physical world anymore. She's here though. And it was hanging behind it, and I was like, oh, and it's got a picture of my nana and granddad in it when they were younger. So starting to wear it, bringing in the fam there. So I can hear the birds going mad. So I'm just going to go and cover them up. Oh, they can hear me talking. They think it's the bird show. I tell you, the bird show. Never know, kind of birds like it. So yeah, sorry about that, because I can hear them. So, woohoo! It's going to be a good chat. It's going to be a good chat, I believe. I'm not going to... Honest to God, if you saw what this room looks like on the other side, you'd be like, wow, because it's my craft room and I've tried changing it around and it still needs tidying up, but I should get it done by the end of this week. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. There's someone else to speak to on the phone. I've been putting another journal together because someone's asked me to. It's the last thing before Christmas now. It's not finished yet, but it has got little doggies on it and things, so I'll be finishing that off, and then that's it for Christmas really. I've got loads of like a deck reading. Hi Rob Smith, Dubsy and people like that. I've got all this that I sort of made notes of. Like I get it out in my head and then I'll probably go off subject and whatever anyway. I've got the cards down here, which I'll show you after. And then, yeah, you know me, it'll just go in the flow of however it goes. But what I'm being pointed to do first is, right, my nana, who I said was the turquoise lady, passed away. You know how I said 7 follows me everywhere? On the 7th, of January 2017, and that's when a whole lot of things opened up to me and when I started having another awakening with stuff. Oh, and that's undone. And she passed to the other realm at 91 years old, so I mean that's a good age, 91. Most don't make it to 91. And I've got a picture of her looking at me now with my granddad. And a beautiful picture of when they were together when they were younger. I've shown this years ago, when they were courting, and it's such a beautiful picture. And I will share this with you, don't have to, but I will. And I've brought them in this room because this room's going to be quite a high vibing room. The house is a high vibrating house, but you know, so I just thought I'd share that with you. They all coming in chat. Yeah, the moderators just let everyone know when I go on the flow that I won't be getting into chat because, you know, until I finish talking and blah, blah, blah. But hi, Katie. Everybody who's in chat, hi. Anybody who's new, hi. I did say the other day, if anyone got it, any moderators, you'll have to give me 5 by 5 as well. If any new people come in, hi. If we sense that anyone's trying to distract or cause trouble, just throw hearts at them. If they're just coming in, like some of the people came in the other day going on about certain things, throw hearts at them. If they keep doing it, then just chuck them out. Because people have got to learn it's not about trying to distract. You know, when I'm trying to put things out, it's about raising people's vibrations. And there is a lot of things going on, as we know, with energies and people who, yes, there might be people asking questions, but these people should listen. But there's also people who are deliberately trying to distract. So just going to put that out there. So because I'm not even going to be getting involved with these people anymore. So you can let them have to say, if they keep repeating things to distract, we're just going to ignore them. Send hearts. And if not, otherwise, because they'll soon get bored of that. But, you know, that's for them to go on their journey and learn all about that. You know, if it's not intentionally. But apart from that, welcome everybody. But I just want to say, so my nana, Annie, so I just have to get this out. I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again because, like I said, I'm just warming up to get into the chat of what 2020 I think was for me. So it's just my experience of, this is all my experiences and my thoughts and things of feelings of my knowing of what I think's going on. And I did say a bit on it the other day, and what 2020 means to me, and may mean a lot to a lot of other people, but it's just to see people's different, you know, ways of looking at stuff. So as we get into this, I'm just going to light a candle, ding this because I've already done a bit of a clearing, and then I'm going to sing something for you because it just popped in and obviously it was my nana. So I thought I'd do a little purple butterfly because it is, we are going into the year of transformation, people, so let's have a purple butterfly. Purple stands for, you know, the spiritual colour, so that's just a bit of a hint about 2021. And we'll just do a bit of a clearing. I can't see what anyone's saying at the minute, so, and then so that's that. And then I can't see chat properly yet. I'm going to sing, because I was thinking of my nana, because I found the locket and I brought the pictures in and I found this and I'm putting that there. And then I was thinking of turquoise, which was my nana's stone. And this little butterfly brooch, that was hers, butterfly. And her birthday would be coming up on the 22nd of December. So I'm probably going to butcher this, but I'm going to have a go because it's just one of them. If anyone's been feeling down and confused, look at these words and sing it out. And if anything happens, I know people are going on about days of darkness and all this. I'll talk about that in a bit. But just in case, you know, just remember, you ready? I'll have to have a drink of water. I'm not a singer for anyone new, but I do try. But it's not that. It's just the message that I'm trying to get out. So don't need any sarky comments. Are we ready? So my nana was called Annie. So guess what I'm going to sing? Oh. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar it's tomorrow. There'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. That's gone. Clears. No, right. I can't get the tune. Just thinking about tomorrow. Clears. So where's the tune gone? I was singing this before. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar it's tomorrow. There'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. Clears the cobwebs. And I can't even get that tune. I can't get it. I got it before. Clears the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. It's coming in again. I'm stuck in a day. When I'm stuck in a day that's grey and lonely, I stick up my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. I've lost it again, but you know what I mean. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, I love you. Tomorrow's a day away. Oh, I'm going to have to go through that again. The sun'll come out tomorrow. It's because I know the chorus more than the other bit. So you gotta hang on till tomorrow, come what may. I'll try that other bit again. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. I can't get that bit right. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. Clears the cobweb, clears away the cobwebs. Oh my God. Thinking about tomorrow. Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. I'm stuck in a day that's grey and lonely. I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow, come what may. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I've lost that. I did it perfectly before, but that was the thing that was getting in when I thought of my nana. I always think of the Annie song. So yeah, I'm not a singer, but I like to put it out there of what was coming in. So if it gets a bit grey, stick out your chin and say, you know, the sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will always shine. It's not over until the sun stops shining, and that ain't going to happen. Even if we have a couple of days of darkness, whether that's metaphor or not, who knows? You know, we like to think we know, but we don't know. At the end of the day, until that sun stops shining, we're fine. And even if there's a bit of an eclipse, it will come back. So that's all I'm saying. And then there was another song that came in, which hasn't really got a tune because it just popped up in my head. So I'm going to find that now. See how this one goes. Needs to be warmed up, you see. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, I don't even know what I've wrote down today. Right, where's this song thing? What did I write down? Now I don't know where it is. Where is it? Right, just needs to look at her notes. Where's that gone? Oh, I don't know what I've done with it. I wrote it on a piece of paper. Right. That's really, really weird. Because, is it on here? Oh, here it is. Just scrap pieces of paper when you... Oh, what can I write on when something comes in? Right, I don't know how this is going to go. So, just let me get back on the tube so we can see you all in chat. Just building it up, building it up. Right, put that there. So, and I'll put that there. Put that there, put that there. Right, I'm so disorganised. But hey, that's real life. Right, so this came in my head this morning, so I'm going to share it. Where is it? Now, I'll get the tune wrong on this. I made a tune to this in my head and it's probably disappeared. So, well, let's see. First time viewer. Hi, cool Nick. Yeah, I'm just warming up to do the chat. Right, I'm going to have to think how this goes now. This is my place, my sacred room. Right. This has just come to me this morning. There's 33 in chat then, so this could go tits up now. Right. This is my place, my sacred womb. I choose to share my journey with you. Bringing in the light for all to see. Won't you join me and set your heart free? Free to be you, free to be me. The divine individual you were meant to be. This is my gift from me to you. You are loved in your truth. That was a little message that came in when I just made that song up, if you heard that, because you'll set yourself free in your own truth at the end of the day, and you are loved. You are loved because you come from source. So, don't know if you heard that. Don't know if it was quiet, I don't know, but that's what popped into my head today. So I just wanted to share it. And the sacred womb went, this room is my sacred womb. It's like my sacred place. So, you know, it's got all my bits in and stuff like that. So thank you. So, you know, when songs come in and things like that, to me, it's messages. So I wanted to share it with you because, like at the beginning, I said, this is the sacred place. This is my place. This is my sacred womb. I want to share my journey with you. This is what I've been doing for a long time. That's all it is. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. It's going to be bright, sunny, shiny day. Yeah. It's going to be bright. I can't remember the tune. Bright, sunshiny day. See, you're all off on one now. Come on, everyone. What's your favourite uplifting song? I said it'll be a long one tonight. Why we're raising the vibrations in the house, in the dolly house. So, thank you. Are you beautiful? Dolly dream big. Getting into that in a bit. All the songs I sing to my dogs have sun in them. Sunshine on a rainy day helps my soul drift away, or whatever that was. My Way by Elvis Presley. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Yeah. Do 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 do. I think I'm in one of them singing moods today. Oh, it's coming in. I tell you what, a song's just coming in now, because this is what we're going to do, right? It probably won't be in tune. I'm not really bothered. I haven't listened to it a million times, and that's giving you a bit of a hint. But I have sang this before, and I did do a video on it once. But here we go. Because I can't play the music, so I don't know if I'm in the right tune or anything, but here we go. I'll just warm up again before I get into chat. So, it's cold in here. I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own, nobody else's. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. I always get shivers singing this. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design because we can. Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. They do. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Well, this is what's happening, isn't it? I love this song because it's very relevant. The Greatest Showman, we know who the Greatest Showman is, hint, hint. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The tune went off. The special things I compile, each one there to make me smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They do. They can say we've lost our minds. They do. I don't care, you call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Oh. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. I haven't got a high voice and all that. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. I do. You might be right, you might be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Whoop! I love that song because it's very relevant for what we are doing. Sorry for, maybe like your ears, me singing, but please go and listen to that song because I loved it. I've sang it before a bit better than that, but we do dream. What the dream? Well, what we're manifesting that worlding of what we want it to be, and that's going to be so forthcoming in 2021. But sorry, I'm not sorry for sounding like a strangled cat, but when I sing, I throat chakra, just have to do it. So let me just go back to you lot in chat. I can see you, but you're a bit over there. Yeah, when you listen to the songs actually in The Greatest Showman, they're brilliant. Don't tell me that wasn't put by the good team, if you get what I'm saying. Greatest Showman, whoop! So I love a few songs in there, and I love Rewrite the Stars because we are going to rewrite the stars. Now rewrite the stars, do 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 do, na 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 da da. Anyway, enough of that because I've warmed up now. Hi CJ, hi Karen, hi Mark. Who else can I see? Lena, Sky, anyone that's just come in anyway. But like I said, it's all about uplifting. That's what it's all about. So, I don't know where I'm going to start. You know what I'm like, all over the place, but not, and it all ties together. So, that was that. So, we had Annie, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow, and then we had A Million Dreams, because it is the million. We're dreaming, we're manifesting, people. We are manifesting if you anchor the light, which I said the other day, and keep anchoring the light, especially now. So I don't know where to begin with all this. So I think I'll begin with, it'll just all go with the flow, do you know what I mean? I wrote a few things down this morning as I was in bed pulling these cards, which I will show you. which way round I'll show you. But oh yeah, and here's a few little drawings I was just doodling the other day. This one, not finished this one, but this one. So I did my own reading this morning. It was beautiful, and one of them was did I write it down? One of them was my personal one was White Witch, you know, the white light, the good light. Be the light. I thought, well, yes, I am shining a light, my own light, to whoever gets uplifted by it. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. And then I had in the world, not of the world, which we talked about before, because we are on Earth, but we are not of the fake world that they have tried to project to us. The illusion that they've tried to project to us of, you know, social engineering and all the brainwashing. So yes, and we come from the stars. And then we got new birth. Well, we are being birthed. You're being birthed again, and the Earth is birthing into a star. We're also birthing into little supernovas very soon. Listening for truth. This was my reading. Because I'm rebirthing. I am in the world but not of it. I can look, but I can take myself out and I can see what's going on with the clarity, by the way, in my realm. You know, and I am into, you know, you could say witchery, white witchery, be the light. It's energy. It's energy. Magic is energy. Call it what you want. And listening for truth is, I've been listening to the truth within me, and the truth within me is telling me the things that I need to do going into 2021 and what I need to bring in my divine essence. Don't need to share everything about that because that's for me, but I know my soul purpose. I know what my soul essence is telling me to do. This is what a lot of this is going to be for a lot of people very, very soon. If you don't already know what that is, and I will help you to find what that is. And this is only going off my experiences that I'm sharing with you guys about that. I'm just going to try and lower this. Let's move the candle out of the way. This down a little bit. It's just a little bit too high. Let's see. Hi, Katie. Is it Katie? Yeah, I wanted you to see the desk a little bit, so. But let's see. Yes, that's a bit better. So, can't believe I'm quite warm in here. I got a message today as I was doing my reading, because I'll either do this in the morning or in the evening. It depends when it's quiet. I like it when it's quiet. Yes, splitting time. So I'm going to try and cover quite a lot of this tonight, hopefully, because you're not going to see much of me over Christmas. I'll be popping in and out, but people need to do the work and rest and rejuvenate and have fun with your family over Christmas. So, yeah, I'll get all this out the way in the readings and everything, and then I'll show you the readings, and then I might pull a few at the end. But as I was doing my reading, I know now where I stand within myself and what I came here for to do, and how that's going to play out in 2021. But that's for me to know. You just need to know what you need to do. So the words came in this morning, spirit, whatever you want to call it, the words came in, love is key, which yes, we know. And it said, unlock the love within you. You hold the key. You do hold the key to your own happiness. And once you unlock that, and we've got 33 in, once you unlock that, it's going to become so much easier to realise what you actually came here for. I'm going to go over my dream again that I had about 2 years ago, whatever it was, just for any new people that haven't heard it. But I also wrote down, because I do that sort of automatic writing thing. Sometimes it's because letting love in, it's not just letting love in as you're thinking it's a relationship. It's most of this now is a relationship with yourself. So you need to love yourself. You need to let love into yourself. You need to listen to yourself and nourish yourself, which is like what I was saying the other day. This is very important going into 2021. But also, like, relationship-wise, like with family and friends and things like that. Sometimes it's hard for people. I'm just going to give you an experience, right? Sometimes it's hard for people to say I love you. Some people find it hard to say that word because in their family, maybe they've never been able to show that because people have always been, especially way back in the days of your nanas and granddads, you weren't supposed to show your emotions and hide your emotions and not say certain things because you had to act tough. Now, we also know that words don't mean everything, as some people can easily say words when they don't mean it. We know that because they want to let people hear something, so they think they are, oh, that person loves me, when they don't, because it's normally the actions that follow as well. But what I'm trying to say is, there is that time now to tell people you love them. It's very important to hear that now with your actions. But what I'm trying to say is, with that programming that ancestors have had. Now, here's an example of me and my mum and my nana, and I put maiden, mother and crone, right? Maiden, mother and crone, if you know what I'm talking about. Maiden, mother and crone. Is when I was younger, my mum found it very hard to tell me that she loved me. I knew she loved me because of the things she did. Sometimes it was like, you know, when you're younger, but she did. We had, you know, sort of a normal, sort of nice upbringing. We had a nice upbringing. Sort of things didn't happen and stuff, but whatever. But you know, when we were brought up in nature and stuff like when we were very younger. So what I'm trying to say is, because my mum's mum, my nana, who was just showing you, I think she found it hard to say that because her family found that hard to say. That doesn't mean they didn't, but it was just, I think we all get into that, I just wish I could hear it sometimes. So I remember saying once when I was younger, washing the pots, she said something once, and I just turned around and went, that isn't what I hear. That isn't what I want to hear. I just want to hear you say you love me. And she was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But now, moving on years and years and years, now she says it. She says it now on the phone all the time. I don't just mean because of lockdown. She's been saying it past couple of years more and more. And it is because she's getting older. I know that. But it's funny, isn't it? But, and I say it to her, obviously, but it is one of them things of, she used to say, oh, it's because my mum never said it. And it's that thing. And it feels very strange to people sometimes when you're saying something that feels a bit alien, because it's you want to say it, but sometimes you feel a bit, does anyone get what I'm saying? Weird saying it because you're so not used to saying it because you were told to keep your emotions in check, if you get what I'm saying. But it is nice, and especially in times, to actually be saying this to people now. So what I'm trying to say is as well, if you hear a voice within you, sometimes when you're around someone, and it's like your throat chakra trying to speak, like, if you've ever wanted to say you love someone, but you're like, I can't because it's not normally the sort of thing of saying it, but something's fighting to come out, now is the time to say it, if you get what I'm saying. Release everything. If you want to say it, say it. Don't be keeping things in, because everything's coming up now, and apart from all the stuff that's coming up in the dark, which I'll be waffling on about in a very soon, also the love side of it needs to come out, and you need to say these to people. You know what I mean? If anyone gets what I'm saying. So love is key, but the biggest key to the love starts with you, and you need to unlock the love to you, because it's very important, because it all starts with you. This whole new world starts with you, and it's all about love. We come from love. We're here to do the things we love. We're here to give love to others. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone. It just means, you know, and everyone's unique, and everyone has different things that they love. You've got to get back into reconnection with the things you love. Be childlike is one of the most important things I've said before, which is, to me, is be childlike. Like, when you first come across something, a flower, you're like, wow, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Oh, you know, a child is so inquisitive. We forget that we're like that, and so innocent, and so they're always exploring, and everything's beautiful. Well, everything is bloody beautiful. Do you know what I mean? So childlike, the things that you love doing as a child, I always say, go back to that. Or did you love drawing? Did you love painting? Doesn't matter if you can't draw or paint, just do it. Yeah, appreciation of a child. Yeah, appreciation of a child. Be childlike. Child's always in wonder, innocence, love. They don't hate. It's always like, oh my God, so excited about everything. You should be excited every day when you wake up in the morning, because you're still breathing. Gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, you should be doing every day. I do it either in the morning, at night, in my notebook, that's obviously upstairs. And I do actually put out thank you, you know, to my higher self, to source, to my ancestors, to my nana, to any divine beings of whatever is helping me, guiding me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just thanking everything and everyone. Like, I can thank you lot in chat for coming over here and being a great chat room that you are, because you are. You know? Yeah, a million dreams are keeping me awake. That's what keeps me awake at night, is the wowness of what is going on and what we're going to be bringing in, what we are bringing in on that timeline. So we got all that. You know, I'll just waffle everywhere. What else did I put in? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to read out what I got in because I wrote this. So I'm just going to read it out how it's written. So we'll see if there's any, if it makes sense. So I wrote that about, obviously, love is key. Unlock the love within you. Start looking after yourself. Start taking time out over this period now, Christmas and everything. If your body's telling you to rest, rest. If something's telling you to go out in nature, go out in nature. It's all about slowing down a little bit now. I've been doing stuff, but I've been in a very dream state, slow mood today. Dead peaceful, dead calm, and dead but nice. It was nice because obviously that's what's needed right now. I wasn't rushing, even though it's Christmas, and normally everyone's like, oh, I've got to get this done, which is a bit like that. Hi. But it's still, I'm not stressed about Christmas. I'm just like, I don't know. It's been a nice, slow, nice day. So I've got things done, but it's just been calm and it's lovely. And the sky before, oh my God, sunsets, people. Wow, rainbows the other day. Things are changing, but because we have a bit of cloud coverage, we can't quite see properly. Beautiful things are changing. So, anyway, I'm just going to read this out and get this bit out of the way. So, it went on to say, or I went on to say, or my higher self went on to say, when you hear a voice within you wanting to say it, but are in fear because, again, fearing what others will think or that's not a thing you'd normally say. Same when you say about love or anything you want to talk about, really. That would normally come to you. Try it, because we are going into the age of the new beginnings, away from the old programming. It's all to do with the re. This is what I got in. I wrote it down, so let's see what you think of this. So, it's to do with the re. Yeah. Regeneration, not in any order, just whacked it down. Regeneration. Rebirth, and that's you as well. Rebalance, we're rebalancing ourselves. We are remembering, and we are relighting our divine powers. We're firing them up. There's many more. We are coming out of the Piscean age. And I've got my Pisces little bracelet I got from a charity shop ages ago, and I actually thought it was penguins. And then I looked and I was like, no way, it's fishes. You probably can't see, it's fishes going around the earth. And I thought, oh yeah, Pisces. It was meant for me because it was the only one there with Pisces on it. So, and the age of Pisces was about, I don't mean it was because I'm a Pisces, it was about that. The age of Pisces was, it's been in for a very long time, has been the deceit, the lies, the corruption, the corporations, all that side of it. But we're moving away from that, and that's why that old guard is falling. Planetary cycles bring in different things. We've got the Jupiter and Saturn thing going on, which I'll be talking about in a bit. It changes things, especially when we're focusing on certain things as well, and that energy that's coming in. So, exactly. It's all about the realignment. So it's everything. Realignment, relighting our divine powers, remembering, rebalancing, reprogramming, rebirth. Then we're going through the pains. A lot of people are going to go through these pains soon. Regeneration. And then I put, we are connected. We are coming out of the Pisces age because we're going into Aquarius, which is air, by the way. deceit, corruption, blah, 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 blah. So we are coming out of the dis. This is just what came in, the dis. So I've put the dis birthed, the dis generated, the disprogrammed, the disbalanced, the dismember, the dislightened, go on and on and on, meaning dismissed. All that was dismissed, in a sense, if you get what I'm saying. It has been disrespected. We've been disrespected. We've disrespected ourselves as well. The dis verb is to speak disrespectfully to or criticise, disrespectful talk. We've even been doing that to ourselves. Body shaming, shaming people, like all those things. It's all dis. So we are now we're reconnecting. Yeah, we are crowning. Yep. You know what I mean? So we're coming away from the dis, because that's like dissing. You know, all this dissing, dismissed and disrespected. No more. And then I put I am in the world, but not part of the illusion. Like I said before, I am with Earth. She is real, and we are her. We are with her. We are of her, but not of what was placed around us to distract us. And I always think of the film Valerian, where they go on a planet and the humans have these glasses on, and everything's like a hologram around them, and they're buying and consuming and buying and consuming, because that has been Pisces and all that. So, you know, it's a really good film that shows you all the beings and things in it. New birth is oh, sorry, this was another card that came out. Was this? Just let me check. No. Or is it? New birth. Just let me check. I think a card came out. New birth is guided vigilantly. And vigilantly is watchful, wide awake, alert, being on the lookout, especially danger or opportunity. Watchful, super vigilant, watchfulness, aware. So it was a card that came out. I don't think it's on here. Is it? I think it's a card that came out before on some reading. I don't know, but I wrote it down because we are going into a new world with a new birthing, and we still got to be watchful and vigilant, because we don't want things happening. So this is why, you know, we are wide awake with it. And once you're wide awake, you can't go back to sleep, and that's why we're not going to go back to normal, because that life never was normal. We've come for the change. We are the change. So then I put on when you're trying to rebirth something, don't. Oh yeah, this is something else, right? Let me just get this right. We're going to go through a lot of rebirth. This is going to come up again and repeat itself. It's just, I don't even know why I've stuck it on this bit. You're rebirthing. You are going to be rebirthing new ideas, jobs, everything going into 2021. So when you're trying to rebirth something, don't tell everyone. I've learned this. At first, only people you know who are rooting for you, because some people love to know the ins and outs, so they can try and pull you down on it and try and tell you it's not going to work, and this so far and so far. So they bring you down, so you think it's not a good idea. You go with your gut. Listening for... oh, sorry, these were cards. These were cards, yeah. That was to do with the new birth. Yeah, sorry, this is a message from the card of new birth, and then that's what came in for me, of don't tell everyone. Start writing your ideas down and things that you want to bring into next year, and don't tell anyone. Start building on it, building that foundation, people, because this is... it's you and what you want to bring in and the light you want to shine. So the next one was listening for truth. Is this? No, it's not. Listening for truth. Listening is listening. If there's fear inwards, you know where a person's coming from. Listen to your divine guidance, sat nav within you, because I see a lot of people, even on YouTube and stuff, if people are like screaming out about fear and there's not much in the frequency that is talking about, as I've said, solutions and love and like just good ass energy, and they're all like, to me, they're not really listening with the guidance within. Where's that guidance within coming from? Because the messages a lot of people are getting, it's good ass stuff. Do you know what I mean? We're still looking at stuff. You've still got to do the work, which I'll be talking about in a bit. And if you're bringing any sort of project, business, something you want to start, you need to have the true intentions. And I'll go into that in a minute. What I'm trying to say is, well, it's going to repeat itself actually in a bit. So I'm going to sort of go over this and you'll get what I'm saying. But true intentions, one, to have a successful, hang on. Oh no, that's mine. So I'm not reading that out. That's for me, because this is my sort of diary thing. That's for me. But I'm going to be talking about your true intentions on projects and businesses or whatever it is you want to bring in. Yeah, and its intentions is everything. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in a minute, and you'll get what I'm saying. You know, I'm never organised. It just comes in how it comes in, and that's that. Anyone new, you'll just have to get used to me. This is the way I am, and I'm okay with that because I know myself, and that's fine. I love the way I am. You've got to start loving yourself and loving your divine, unique self, because, like I said in the song that I made up, I'll just read it out because you might not have heard it that well. The song that I made up, and I'm obviously not looking in chat yet. Let me find it again. Where is it? Oh, I never find anything I've wrote down. Where is it? Like this all the time. There it is. There it is. Is that it? Right. This is my place, because this is where I'll be coming from. Right. This is my place, my sacred womb. I choose to share my journey with you, bringing in the light for all to see. Won't you join me and set your heart free? Free to be you, free to be me. The divine individual you were meant to be. Not what anyone else is doing. You. You're an divine individual. You're the divine individual you were meant to be is following your heart. Nobody else is following your heart. This is my gift from me to you, because this was my gift because it was a song that I sang to you. You are loved, stand in your truth. And that will come up in a minute with something. I'm just looking through the ground. Gratitude, always receiving. Oh yeah, and I've just, because this is all mixed up, I've been getting a lot of gratitude off people lately, and I'll tell you why I'm getting a lot of gratitude off, because I actually participate in. What do you think I participate in to get gratitude back? Come on, class. I'm watching the chat now. Dolly's in the flow, I am. I'm warming up. I'm warming up. Attitude of gratitude. I put gratitude out, so you get gratitude back. Remember, manifesting. What you put out, you get back. So yeah, love and respect. Yeah. Gratitude. The more gratitude you put out, that's why I say if you have mine's not here, but if you have a little journal that you can put gratitude every day, it can be in the evening, in the morning, a quiet time before you go to bed. Yeah, positive frequencies. Exactly. Is you could just put 3 things down a day. People normally go, what? I don't know what it's anything, but mainly the best thing to do is not material things. It's more like I'm grateful for seeing the gorgeous sunset before was absolutely beautiful, and the rainbow yesterday, and just there's loads to be grateful for. You could have had a really beautiful tea made for you off your partner. You're like, so grateful you've done that today, and I was feeling I'm so grateful. It was so lovely, tasted so nice, it was beautiful. So give gratitude to everything. You know, there's so many things you can give gratitude for, but the more you give gratitude, the more gratitude you'll get back. Let me see what's going on here. So just switch that off a minute because it's faffing about. I got my mum's doing gratitude. Yes, gratitude journal is so... The more you do it, the more you'll get into it. And I'm telling you now, it's a tool and it will help you in 2021. So I'm getting that a lot. Oh yeah, this is little notes I wrote down about what I'm hearing and seeing as well is... So there's all that. Try it if you haven't, because remember, this is going away from the old ways and going into the new. So if you've not done it before, maybe you should start doing it. I've seen a lot of people reporting more and more on events in their realms, your realm of consciousness, seeing things in in the corner of their eyes. I know there was someone on chat before who told me today, and I've heard a lot of people saying that, seeing the twinkles at the corner of their eyes, orbs and things like that, and things that are coming in that they've not seen before. That's because there's things coming in you're connecting to, because you're raising your vibrations that you will see more. Yes, there's people who know this from before, but there's people who don't. We are here to help those come through who are coming through, because this is a catch up. It is not to leave everybody behind, and the validations there in chat 32 and 23 is, I just want to say to all the people that think it's nothing to do with the physical and it's not to do with the spiritual. It's not. It's about both realms as I see it anyway. So I'm just going to say what I see. And it's a catch-up game, because these realms are merging, because we do manifest. We manifest from the heavens, if you want to say, from the cosmic universe into the physical. This is what we do here. So it is to do with the physical. So how do we get the masses to change? They're going to get woken up by what's going on with, I can't see chat at the minute, just saw something then, with the physical. So they're going to have a world shadow awakening, yes, because everyone's got to look at the shadow self, but they're not, because they're all brainwashed, but they're going to have an awakening. So the stuff with Q that some people think's a psyop, and the stuff with Trump, it's just a way to wake people up to themselves, because no, they're not going to like what they see, but the world, to have a new world, has to wake up if everybody's going to go there. And the time now is the catch up. That's why, to me, it's not going to go, oh, we're in a new world and everyone's consciousness is raised. No, there'll be those that are coming through now, and when this big shadow truth hits, we know what it is. This is why I don't watch the stuff much with Q and Trump at the minute, because I know what's going on. I know I've got to work on me. That helped me. It was a tool, and it will help others, but when they come through, you're there to catch them so they don't fall, because a lot of people are going to fall when all this comes out. So just let me go into chat again a minute. Just remember what I was talking about there. Rob Smith says, I find myself saying thank you for many things. It also reminds me of how ace things are. Yeah, it does. I don't know how to do all the rainbows in hearts. Oh, it's just on you. It doesn't matter. Good to have you back, Lewis. My lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, so my lucky rabbit's foot. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? It's gone now. What was I saying then? Oh, yeah. Someone remind me what I was just saying. It's just totally gone, because I stopped talking. You see what happens when I stop in my flow. This is why when you get those people that try to distract you, they know that. What was I saying? Oh, the stars are sparkling so much now, my God. Get into that in a minute. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, yeah, catching people falling. We're soaring. There's going to be a lot of people falling. Remember, I got that message in yesterday. We're soaring. People don't like when you're soaring in the light. No, they don't. There's going to be a lot of people falling. And a lot of people who think they've done the work could fall as well, because there's a lot of people thinking they're doing certain things and they're actually, you've really got to look at yourself. Yeah, so like I said, it's catch-up time. So as we move into 2021, it's still about, I'm still doing my work on myself, shadow work, it's ongoing. But when the Great Awakening is here, but when the ones who've been brainwashed to the still believing in certain stuff out there come to the point of, oh my God, it's okay. They're gradually going to get told why these people have done the things they've done, why it happened, how it happened, this, that, and the other. I'm just beaming in my light. Yeah, you be beaming in your light. I'm beaming in mine as well. But when they realise, they're not going to like it. A lot of people may not get through this. I don't know. Because there'll be some people who are that indoctrinated, and you could say maybe an older generation, that they're just going to... Do you know what I mean? But I guess that's a choice to wake up or not. If you're very open-minded, it's going to be a lot easier. So, no. So, to me, personally, I believe when the people start to wake up, because we've all been there, we've all been through the pain and the suffering and the heartache and the blah, 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 and the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is poor then, because you know yourself from the experience of however you woke up, whenever time, doesn't really matter, because that's nothing to do with anything. That's just a way of being, what's that word? It was even in a Q thing about being all, oh, I woke up years ago. It's not about that. It's about you knowing it's a good job people woke up, because they're going to be there for the ones that didn't. As we've said before, this awakening couldn't have happened without people waking up at different waves. Because we couldn't have all woke up at the same time. Think about it. We'd have all been batshit crazy together, and no one had been able to calm anybody down. Oh yeah, the picture that you'd have to resend me that again. The picture with the light columns, CJ. So it's catch up for them. Once they know and they start learning why, they'll start coming to themselves. They'll start going within themselves. They'll start realizing, and they will come through it. This is why I don't believe this. Oh, it's going to have this great big thing and everything's going to be la. No, we're still going to have some hard times, but it's going to be easier. And they're going to get to understand. And then when people come to all that in a few years, because it could be another 7 year cycle, because they normally go in 7 year cycle. So the next 7 year cycle that we're going into, as the years go on and everyone's helping each other, it's going to become a lot easier. So the world, thank you, CJ, the world is going to become a better place, because everyone will be in the understanding of themselves, so the inner standing. And it's not going to be that I'm in competition with you, I want to hurt you, we want to do that, all that stuff that we came from in the Piscean age, because we're not in that age anymore. They want to keep us in that, but it's not happening. Because this is happening with the alignments of the planets, it's got to happen. They knew this time was going to come. They've got big what the big bloody things they look through, this, that and the other, if anyone understands what I'm saying. And CJ has just sent me a picture, so I'm just going to go over, because I do connect to my PayPal. Let's see. Now, CJ took this picture. When was it now? I have shown it before, I think. Camping in Scotland. And you want to see CJ in his light and his light column. And some people go, it's the camera, it's camera. The naysayers will say that. They say that about the orbs. So I don't know if it's going to pick up, but see CJ there with the column of light? That's how I saw in a meditation of how we looked up high looking down. Everyone was switching the columns of light on, and there was just columns of light everywhere. That's what it looked like from way up above, was columns of light. The day after my birthday in August, yeah, and I remember you sending me that, and it's a really good picture. And we're shining, people, we're shining. And some people out there don't like you when you're shining, because they don't like to see other people switching the lights on, because maybe they're not understanding how to do it or whatever it is. But there's a lot of people out there that don't like it, and they'd rather drag you down. Instead of fixing them, well, we're not really fixing ourselves. Instead of working on ourselves, those people, they would do that if they were working on themselves. So the more you work on yourself, the more light you will shine. And the more you will come to a lot of joy and bliss within yourself, calmness, love, everything. It doesn't mean we can't talk about certain stuff, so we don't get excited and we don't curse or something, but you just have that beautiful, divine spark switched on. It's just the way it is. Yep, so to me it's a catch up. So like I said, I'm not worried about waking people up now. I'm just coming to bring messages and stuff that I want to do in the new year, which I know what my path is now. I know what my path is. Do you know what your path is? So this is just going to go off now. Let me see what I've wrote down. So we've got your soul purpose. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We've got, and that's wiping the slate clean as well, by the way. I'm just going to put this blanket on. I'm getting a bit chilly in here. I am sat in my conservatoire. Where's my blankie? Where's my blankie? And I've got a bloody dress on in the middle of winter. But, you know, bringing in that divine feminine. I want to be wearing more dresses in the new year. I'm getting that in as well. So, I'm going to just sit in my blanket like a monk. I'm just putting it round my legs, really. It's just the bottom of my legs. I need to get like a little heater thing. So, oh, and I've got this whole thing about the solar flash as well and the alignment and all that. So I'm just going to put my spin on it. You know, I've heard people saying certain things, but I'm just going to put my like feelings and thoughts on it. Not, you know, I'm not just going what everyone's saying. I'm going with myself and my higher self and personally what I think it is. No right or wrong way. Right. First of all, I think, what shall I talk about first? Shall I talk about because it is the dark to light, the great awakening, the dark to light. That is coming out of the dark, coming out of the no information to the information, but it also means different things. And that also is you coming out of your dark side. You are like a moon. There's the light side of the moon and the dark side of the moon. Everyone wants to look at the light, but you don't want to look at the dark side of you. Well, you have to. This work has to be done. Shadow work, people. Shadow work, write it down. Shadow work is you reflecting on yourself and accepting yourself. I accept the things that I are part of me. Sometimes when I get a bit naughty, this, that, and the other, whatever it is, the things I've said to people, reflection, people, whatever it is. And I thought, okay, that's a part of me. I'm not shunning it, I'm accepting it, but I can also go, right, I accept you, but moving forward, I want to grow more and expand, so I'm going to learn from certain experiences, and I'm going to move forward with that, and I'm going to become a better person every day, working on thyself. It's not to hate yourself, it's just to learn. You learn from your mistakes, sort of thing. They're not really mistakes. They're, to me, as you're moving in your life, certain things happen, and when you go off course, when we don't really know what's going on, you will get certain things that come into your life, certain people, certain events, certain accidents, anything that is like the divine knocking on your head and trying to steer you away, because the divine messages you get from source, high self, whatever you want to say, are they don't come in like a physical form how you'd think. They come through numbers. You might see something on YouTube, it doesn't matter, it comes through so many different ways. You might hear someone saying something, I've said this before, it could be a partner, it could be so many different things. And if you're not truly listening, it will keep knocking you on the head at different levels, I believe, until you do listen. So when people sometimes have an accident and they have a near-death experience, for example, and they always go, I saw the light, I knew, and they started changing their lives because maybe they were a bit of a bad un, if you get what I'm saying, or they just weren't listening. It's to say, look, you weren't listening. We're going to make you listen now. And most people do, you know, that's why a lot of people wake up to the light, to the truth, to the self, when they have a traumatic experience, which most of us have had. Different experiences, but trauma is trauma and pain is pain. Pain's still the same pain. Anything. Yeah, synchronicities. Yeah, synchronicities. So many different ways, but people forget. Things that come in your head that you think are just like, oh, it's not me. It is you. You can get, don't get me wrong, you can get thoughts from other areas that aren't your thoughts and it's trying to put thoughts in you. But I believe the more frequencies you are rising to in yourself, those entities, personally, those entities' energies can't really attack you that much, because I personally believe, and remember it is belief anyway, it's not seeing as believing, it's believing is seeing. So the more you build up your auric field, which I see as a protective sort of shield, and your Taurus field, whatever you want to say, I'm not really bothered, it's all the same to me, the more you build that up, the more you can't be attacked. Because if you think about it, a lot of people who say they've been targeted individuals, most people I've seen watched talking about it, and most people who, yes, they have been were you, I nearly was too, these people that I've seen normally are quite still negative in the way of thinking, and I'm not surprised, obviously, but they still repeat it and they still go on about it, and they come from a very fear-based energy when they're talking about it, and like hateful as well. And that's why I believe they know that if you're in fear, that's why they made you put all the crap out, that to keep you in fear, you can get attacked more in that sense with energies. It's so much easier for energies, entities, whatever you want to call it, because I just call it the same, demons, if that's what you call it, to attack you, because your auric field, your shield, is not vibrating at its fullest, because when you're in fear, you're lowering your vibration. So that's how I see it personally. I have a reoccurring dream years ago about the ocean. Oh, what you're saying, don't say that, do you? Yeah, so you were following football, now you're more up in the mountains. Exactly. You need football. You want to be out in nature. Beautiful. It was a weird dream. Well, one of my recurring dreams as a child was a circle. Don't know where I was, and I don't know how old I was. I was only little, and there was ETs on the other side looking like ET out of ET, because I believe if anything does come in, it'll come in the form that you're not scared of. If it looked a bit different, because sometimes you fear what's different, but it doesn't mean because it's different you should fear it, you know, just because something looks different. And I don't know how many, but nothing was said. It was just like this, probably was telepathy, this just like communication going on of I don't know what. Makes a bit more sense to me now, but it was a reoccurring dream. Reoccurring dream. So, what was I saying then? I've gone off track again. What was I saying? My God, sound like Hitler. What was what was I saying? What was I saying? See, I'm in high energy, it just gets me all like blah, 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 blah. That's why I talk fast when I start going, because you do. What was I saying? Someone please remind me. I run and jump and gild. Ooh. That song's coming in again. Your love is lifting me higher. Ooh, higher, higher and higher. 'Cause your love's lifting me. Whoa, higher, higher and higher. I've become more sensitive. Yes, you probably have done. I've been reading out New and Book Human Atmosphere of the Aura Made Visible. Oh yeah, it just reminds me. The Aura Made Visible, Aid of Chemical Screens. Yeah, this is the Aura. I personally believe people go on about protection, and I do think you do have to put a certain amount of protection around you. But I do think, because we're going into a new era, I think personally, because I normally build my frequency up, and when it because we're going from old to new, that in the end there won't be no need for that, because I personally believe it's all right if people don't that. When you're raising your vibration, like I just said, it builds up your protective shield, let's say. And if you don't believe in that, that's probably why you'd have to do something else. Because if you don't believe in that, then you'd have to do whatever it is that you do to do that. I put blessings and things on things and stuff like that, but this is just personally with me, and that works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. You do it the way you want to do it. I keep getting that song. I know, I can't stop singing it, and Finn keeps singing it now. Passing it on. I could say, your love. Now you lot have got to do the other bit. Come on. Your love. Come on, chat. Your love. Who's going to join in? Not that I can hear you. Come on. Get the microphone out. It's your turn. Your love. What's the next bit? Thank you, Groovy Dog Jill. I'm waiting for the first people to do it. It's lifting me higher. Ooh, higher. Higher and higher. Right, getting distracted again. Sorry, but not sorry, because it's a frequency. So, yeah, so personally, that's what I believe. Now, talking about that, right, before we get into what I think 2020 was, and even though I've sort of said that in 2021, thank you all for singing along. Thank you, is, got to have a laugh, haven't you, is, right, a lot of people going on about the alignment of Saturn and Jupiter. That's all beautiful, and the Bethlehem star and all. I was like, whoop, whoop, that's why you've got to keep your energies high. But also a lot of people talk about the solar flash. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying, like, right, so it's going to be a solar flash, and because of the, because a lot of this is to do with astrology and planets and this, that and the other, it's going to knock out certain electricals, technology, and this, that, and the other, because that's what it does, you know. So protecting that, which this is what I personally think. You don't have to believe in this. This is just me. So if we're having a couple of days of darkness, I don't know, and some people are preparing, and I'm just doing whatever. I've not even thought about it, but that's fine, because I just think if something did happen, that's fine, because I'm not going to be in fear, because I know, right, that if something did happen, it's because it's going to be ending up being for the better good, because it means things are going to be knocked out, which I'll talk about in a minute. And if that happens, fair enough. And if we have to have a couple of days of darkness, then fair enough. I'd just say, if it happens, folks, don't be in fear. You just know something's going on. But personally, yeah, that could happen. Yes, electronicals could be knocked out, but it's not going to be left for long, because then the whole world would be knocked out. And I don't see that happening, because people have businesses and all sorts of things. And I do believe the Alliance know this, because they knew this was happening. So to me, they'd have something on a different grid, maybe, a different circuitry that's totally different and not of the old, that they know would either switch on, I could think Tesla, or anything that wouldn't be knocked out or go down and then come back on. Whatever. I'm not really, whatever. But I personally do think, now this was on one of the actual Q maps of like the spiritual one, which is brilliant. I've shown it before, but there's the dome. This is all us under here with all sorts of things going on, which I'll just read off, and some people will probably get triggered. I'm not really bothered. Antarctica, the inner earth civilizations. You've got Q in the corner, because this is all part of the awakening. You've got, because this says earth and what's going on, and then you've got the Vatican. Well, we all know about what's going on there. The Tibetan Rainbow Tribe Body Ascension. You've got Project Paperclip. You've got ancient aliens, crop circles. You've got orbs. You've got light workers, star seeds, wanderers, indigos. I'm an indigo. There's one of my paintings. I've not finished yet, but you'll see it evolve, because I'm evolving as well. Awakened ones, rising Earth's vibration. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And then you've got orbs, and then you've got light workers going to the QHHT. I've had one of them, and it was absolutely beautiful. And it's over on, I might let you listen to it one time, but I remember a lot that went on there, and what happened at the end of that session. The higher mind, the oversouls, you've got a lot of remote viewing, psychic healing, Akashic records. You've got chakras, you've got natural light. By the way, chakras and that is out of the earth. Light body ascension, DNA upgrade. You've got sun gazing. Where's the... Funnily enough, outside you've got a little rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. Fasting, breatharian, prana, lucid dreaming, astral travelling, the law of attraction, what we were talking about before, star Mercury vehicle, which I always think look like orbs, auras, funnily enough, third eye, decalcifying and activation, which is happening with a lot of people. You've got, where's Dolores Cannon's on here, I think. Sure she is. She is on here. Where is she? And I'm not looking at chat at the minute. Dolores Cannon. I am sure Dolores Cannon. The Hero's Journey, which we're all on when we get on the path. The Law of One. 5D Earth. Where is Dolores Cannon? I know she's on here. Where is she? Secret Space Program. Tree of Life. Kabbalah. Where is it? Oh, DMT. Law of Karma, that is so going on right now, and that is so going to be going on. Sealed indictments, yeah, there's loads going on, but Dolores Cannon is on here on somewhere, because I have seen her. Crystals, 332 hertz, which we know about, and she's on here somewhere. Where is she? She is on here. She is on here. Well, she's on here because I've seen her on here somewhere. But as we go up to this, everything outside of like the Galactic Federation, whether people believe in that, I'm not really bothered. Venus, the ancient builder race, the rainbow body. You've got sacred geometry, which we all know about. Universal knowledge. You've got the enlightenment, the omnipresence, the omniscience, and the omnipotence. Source. Enlightened, return to source. You've got the mystery of the universe. Mystery of the universal creation is said that the creation of the universe will always remain secret. Thank God. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. They've tried to find the God particle and all that sort of stuff. And then we go to the great solar flash. Let's tune into this, because this is just me thinking how I see it going in my realm of consciousness. See what you're all saying, remote viewed ones. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of that. Didn't know what I was doing, but interesting. Right, so it's a great solar flash. Now, this on here says 2019 going through to 2004, which makes sense to me. 4 more years, just saying, because of what I'm going to tell you in a minute. The great solar flash. And I'm just reading this, but it makes sense to me. Upcoming series of great solar flash events. Because you've got to remember, when we have energies, it doesn't mean when it's happened, that's it. Those energies still ripple out for quite a long time. It slows down. Obviously, the bit of it is strong, and then it slows down. It's still going to come through. Upcoming series of great solar flash events act as the trigger for full disclosure in the Great Awakening. Now, I know bits have been happening with the orbs, and that started coming in last year, so I know there's bits and bobs that are already coming in, as you might already be experienced with certain things that's happening within you, or things you might be seeing, feeling, and so on and so forth. So I'm just putting this on now, because it is getting cold in here. Anyway, carry on regardless. So, and then the Great Awakening's there. But what always interested me on this was, it says on it, consciousness renaissance, that's what you say, ascension into 50-dimensional Earth, age of the golden race. Well, we are going to be the golden race, do you know what I mean? So, great solar flash activates spiritual light body ascension. We'll go back to that in a minute. For 2021, it has been activating for quite a while. You got the crystalline DNA. Remember, we used to do the twinkles on your body, if anyone knows about that one. Right, it says Sol, the sun, the cosmic web, the gateway portal, the great solar flash, conscious living being. Well, we know the sun is a conscious living being because all the planets are conscious living because they're energy and so on and so forth. The Son of God, yeah. Not the S-O-N, the S-U-N. So then it goes to what's going to happen to the AI. Now, this is where I was going on about. When people are going on about the great solar flash and electrical things going down, yeah, I think that's going to happen with big tech and certain companies and corporations that are not benevolent, if you get what I'm saying. Bill Gates and some other people. They're going to go down and they won't be coming back up. Their systems will be fried, let's just say. This is how I see it. You know, if it doesn't pan out like that, fair enough. This is just me. Also, it says on here, ancient artificial intelligence. It says, the mysterious origins, most pervasive threat in the universe. Yeah, sounds a bit like Star Trek. Now, it even says reptilians, infests reptilians, because I don't believe they're all bad. Whether people believe in reptilians doesn't really matter, because I see it a bit like left-brain people, or if they are here, like out of V. In the film V, some didn't want to take over the human race, because, like I said, there's good and bad in all us lot, so why wouldn't it be the same out there? And when they have a wake-up call to awakening up to themselves as well. So in ascension in every sense. But that's just me, right? Thinking out loud. So, it says the AI, the artificial intelligence. So if they're artificial intelligence AI, they're a bit electrical. They're like robots, aren't they? So with solar flash, anyone go get where I'm going? Then it says, will be wiped out during the great solar flash. Well, yeah, because if they don't bog off and never come back, the solar flash is going to me, fry the circuits. And Q did say way back, these people, because they're not going to go, these are going to be eradicated off the earth. Well, what the frig does that mean? And I'm like, well, that makes sense to me. Just saying, this is how I see it. We're not going to be fried because we're organic, but I still do think with the solar energies coming in that we've never seen before is you need to raise your vibrations, because yes, we are electrical magnetic beings, so we've got to be careful, but we're not what they are. They were the ones, like it says on here, where is it? I think it was on here. Hang on. Has this moved? Right, it says the sun, because it says electric sun, and then underneath that it says the sun is connected to every other star via, can't really say what that says, in the cosmic web. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all. There was something, oh, it says those who worship technology. Those who worship technology. We don't worship technology. Those who worship technology, AI prophet species, will be eliminated during the great solar flash for 1,000 years. That's where they say, I didn't see that before, 1,000 years of peace, because they could come back. 1,000 years of peace is a very long time. We'll probably have to go through this thing again. But there you go. And what I love on here as well, it says, artificial intelligence signal originally at one with source. And then it says one infinite creator, escape samsara, mystery of the universal creation. It said return to source, but there was something else. Sorry, because I'm just looking. Yeah, and then obviously it says a mysterious origins, as we all know, a Luciferian force, an energy that's throughout the universe, a portion of the creator. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. Most of us know this. A portion of the creator that believes itself to be separate from the creator thinks it can overtake the universe. Well, you can't. So they're going to be fried or whatever. So that was that, and that's sort of my thoughts on that, and I that's the way I see it as well. Also, so helping with the solar flashes, oh, look at that. Can piggyback, lives in the electromagnetic field of the moon and planets, but it says can piggyback in the auric field of humans and living beings. This is what I was saying before. I didn't even know that was on there. If you're not built, you've got to build your auric field up. And think if it's quite low, that's how they can get attached. And I do also think as well, when you're in the astral realms, you've got to be careful, because people go on about being up there and getting information. Well, there's a lot of that going on up there, so you do have to be careful with what information you're bringing in. But it also says here, prepare for the solar flashes. Solar flashes. Survivors of the great solar flash will depend on their, are you ready? This is why this is important, and we've been saying for ages about doing the work. Will depend on their mental and spiritual states. Practice meditation, compassion, forgiveness of all beings. Prophesied in every historical religion. I mean, because it's there, whether you believe in that or not, it's there anyway. It's just been a bit twisted. So, yeah, totally makes sense to me. This is why you have to do the work on yourself of getting your mental and spiritual states in tune, because it's a spiritual battle. A billionaire is looking to the stars. Yeah. Well, we all should be looking to the stars, because the Bible is a book of the stars. It's astrology and so on and so forth, if people, and the way you read it and stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, how you're going to get through these flashes, just let me go and get another little blanket to put on my legs. This isn't covering. blow that out. Remember what I was talking about. Yes, I need to get a little quiet little sort of little. I've got a radio, but it doesn't pump out that much over there. So yeah, well, we're all a part of everything, Colin. Yeah, very true. But I do believe some of the Akashic records, when you think of like the ether and that, there's all sorts of consciousness going up there. So I do believe you've got to be careful of what actually you could be bringing in, and that's why I say you need to build up your spiritual armor, which is to me is your aura, your spiritual armor. This is what it's about, because I truly believe that, like it says, the ones that will, oh, that's better. The ones that will you know, the survivors, because like I said, it's not just about the solar flashes are coming in to me with the actual the Great Awakening, with what people are going to find out, but it has to happen, because this time has to happen to bring to wake people up so we can build new foundations, not on the old foundations. And doing the work is going to help you. So a lot of people are going to have a rough time with it, but if you want to ride the waves of these solar flashes without less, what would the word be, disruption to you, maybe your body structure as well, with the changes that are happening with our DNA and body, and if you're into all that, I am. So like I said, it's just me saying this, but there are a lot of people saying the same similar sort of things, but this is just me of how I see it going. Is it's going to be a lot easier to do it when you're building your spiritual essence up, because this is what people are going to go to when they come through the Great Awakening and realise the Aquarian age is the spiritual age. It's going to be beautiful, but it's going to come in waves again, because people are going to, like I said before, they're going to wake up like we did. They're going to find out why this was happening over there and that, and it's a nightmare, some of it, as we know, what was happening. And then when they get through that, they will be working on themselves. They're going to be looking for people who are helping, giving, spiritual teachers. They're going to be finding people they resonate with. This is why I'm saying stop arguing with people on YouTube if you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Because this is about helping those that are going to be coming through. There'll be a lot of people, you know, who know this and they're doing that, but there's a lot of us who've come in now that are going to be helping those people. You're going to be helping those people as well. I have a constant downloads, I think everyone is. Yeah, a lot of people having downloads. All this stuff of our coming online with ourselves, you're going to be seeing things you've not seen before, hearing things, having downloads and things that are coming in. And this is why when you're going, right, give us a heart in the house if you resonate with this. You could be on YouTube, listening to it, it doesn't matter. You get messages from everywhere. You start seeing a channel talking about the same similar thing, of something they've been seeing, and then you're like, oh my God, that's a bit of a download, as in a way of something giving you like confirmation of, oh my God, I've been getting you see it everywhere, and it's happening so quick now. So you will see that. And you will see yourself coming online with like things you'll think, oh, I think that was just in my mind, or I think I was just thinking it or seeing it. Well, no, because if you look into chat with people seeing and feeling these energies, you know there's something going on. You know what I mean? Like when I see the orbs who've been so much stronger, silver and gold flashes, sparks, that's because I have the golden spark as well, like we all do. It's not just me, it's everybody else, but I'm coming into my own. I said this, I know I'm coming into my own. I'm coming into my divine essence. You are coming into your divine essence. There's no one who hasn't got a divine essence, because we all come from the divine essence, but you've got to start tuning into it, believing in yourself. Believing is seeing, not seeing is believing, and harnessing it and anchoring it, bringing it in, and the more you give gratitude to it as well, and you don't fear, the more it will come in, and it will make you feel really happy, and you can still get on with your life and things are going on, but it's that like childlike wonderment of, wow, this is brilliant. But there's some things that happen now that I'm like, yeah, it's there, it's okay, I'm just it's normal to me now. And I'm getting quite a few hearts in chat, so the Astral Thief and all in chat, brightest blessings always. Hi, Susie Q. And, you know, and this is why I keep saying to people, like I speak to Susie Q as well, this time is so important now, I keep saying now, that you are working on yourself every day of bringing these frequencies and not letting anyone tell you any different, pull you down, try to put you in another frequency. Get to the point now where, because I'm learning this as well, that I said the other day, if anyone's saying anything, just be like, be present, like listen, be like, yeah, you know, listen, but don't be on the thing of, right, I've got to be right now, because I've been like that. It's just like, that's their perception, and that's what they're seeing. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong or I'm right, but that's their perception for now. Perceptions normally change, and things can change because things are changing. And just be like, you know, it's fine. Like I said the other day, we can agree to disagree. It doesn't mean anything. Source, creator, God, whatever you want to call it, the divine, doesn't, I'm going to put this out there now, does not care about your feelings. Meaning, I know it sounds a bit like, what? If you were having a card reading, because that's how Source works through people as well, and something came out and it seemed pretty bad and you were like, oh my God, and it's upset you. No. You go through different events, like I said before, and different things will happen of experiences that push you forward. Like I said before, if something happens to you, maybe you end up in an accident, or whatever it is, it's because you're not listening. Source is trying to tell you and you've not been listening. So it will give you experiences to move through something, or trying to get you to change your course. It might have meant you're on a course that it's trying to pull you over, but you're not knowing. But when you start getting into yourself, you realise what these things are. And this is where what I say as well is the whole thing with the Aquarian age, which is air, by the way, and you think of ether, that's spiritual, that's how I see it, is you will start understanding when you look back, a bit like what Q says, future proofs the past, of what your actual divine plan is and why you're here, and what your soul essence, your soul being came here to do. As in, for example, I now know what I'm here to do, and I'm not going to share it too much of what I mean. You're going to see a lot of it in the new year, but that's for me to know, yeah? And you'll see it, and you'll know when you see it. But if you're thinking, yeah, and CJ's just said he's been following his intuition more, and that's what you're supposed to do, your intuition, not anybody else's. If you want to know how to find out what your soul mission is, I'm going to give my thoughts on it right now. Personally, this is what I've experienced, so it's an experience, so I'm going to share it. Now, it's not about, I said the other day, copying or following other people. Yes, you get inspired, so you can use that inspiration, but it's about your individual path and your individual divine essence, what your essence loves to do. And sometimes you get experiences through your life that when you look back now, you think, oh, maybe that's what it was, maybe that's what it is. And if it's coming from an experience, it's one of the best things you can do. It's not a qualification, it's experience, because you've been through it. So, for example, say somebody had an eating disorder, say they were anorexic or the other way, whatever, it doesn't matter. And they get over it and they heal themselves. And this is in very many different, different people's individual experiences. So they got through it eventually and they're healed. Now they might think, do you know what? I had that experience and I got through it. Actually, I want to help people with their nutrition, and maybe it's exercise as well, whatever. And I want to be a nutritionist, but more of the sense of, like holistic, maybe, whatever. And you were, creating your own story. You are the author. Exactly, that's what we're doing. So you can actually look back and find out maybe that's what it is you're supposed to be doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, that so-called experience I went through that was, you might call it bad, isn't. It's pushing you to help people that are through that, because it would be one of the best things, because you've experienced it and you know how you got through it and how you healed. Example, what would another one be? You know what I mean? You could be thinking, not even that. You could just think, do you know what? I used to write ages ago, and I want to write a book. I want to write a book about spirituality. I want to write a book about my path. And you're putting that out, and you've just got this passion behind it. Passion. Many different experiences you'll all have from different things that you could look at now, looking back, thinking, oh my God, I've had that experience. I can help people because I've had that experience. I'm having certain experiences. I've had certain experience that can give me, it's giving me the confidence to go forth next year with something. Quite a few things I want to bring in, because I've had I've had the experience of it, and I know how to lift people up in certain areas. So if you're all getting what I'm saying, when people talk about jobs or losing jobs, yeah, it's not nice, but I think a lot of people are losing jobs as well, because really, behind the scenes, it's not really the thing that makes them happy. If you're starting to get ideas now and new projects, and you're thinking, actually, I'd actually love to come away from this and do this, even if you have to transition, because it is all a transition, people. It's not saying, yeah, you have to leave that job straight away, but something in the working, that's fine, you're manifesting it. So, yeah, so I've lost it again. So it's got to be something coming from the heart. Everything's about the heart, where we're going. So you've got to come from the heart. Thank you, Lois. And it's got to be something that you're passionate about. If you're trying to bring in a project, a new career idea, business, whatever it is, because that's what most people are going to be doing, it's got to come from an intention of love and from the heart, and that vibration. If it doesn't, you are not gonna, to me, you're not really gonna succeed in it. Because if you're only doing it just because of the money, and say you're looking at someone and you're going, oh, say for on YouTube, what a really big YouTuber with a massive subscribing thingy majiggy whatever, and you're like, oh wow, this person brings loads of money, and you get all this false crap going around YouTube, like, oh, come and do this for blah blah blah, and you know it's all false because they all say the exact same thing off a script. But if you just think, oh, I want to do that because that brings loads of money in, all right, but you know, it probably won't succeed, because if that's the intentions that you want, it's not coming from the heart, it's just because of the greed of money, you're probably not going to like it. If you get what I'm saying, you might get bored of it. But if it's something truly coming from your heart, where mine is coming from, you're going to flow with it, you're going to expand, people are going to really feel that energy that it's coming from the heart. You will get financial gain because it's something that you love, and if you love doing it and you never get bored of it and you're living and breathing it because you love it, you can't really go wrong with it. And this is why I say, find your individual uniqueness. Not trying to copy anyone else, not trying to blah blah. Yes, you get inspiration and you can mold it like somebody else. Why do you want to be like someone else? Be you. That's why I'm me when I come in here. I just do what I do, and that's the way I've always done it. So it's got to come from the heart, because where we're going, everything's going to come from true intention in the heart. And if it's not, I would say eventually it will fail, because it's not your true essence, and your higher self will be screaming, this is not, you could get ill, you know, with all that dis-ease, and we're coming from the old and we're going to the new. What is your divine essence screaming to you? Someone just said to me today, yeah, authentically speaks volumes. It does. This is what it's about, living your true authentic self going into 2021 and beyond. Because someone told me today that they really want to open like a bit of an animal sanctuary, and they've always wanted to do it because they love animals and they love nature. So I'm like, this is probably what you were meant to do. Do it, because this is the calling. Are you answering your calling, your true calling? Not because you think you want to do something because someone else is doing it, and you think, oh, their life, look, no, this has all gone on with Instagram and celebrities pretending that they've got this really good life when really they haven't, and a lot of them have sold the soul, as we already know. Feel a bit sorry for some, but that's not real. And they've got into sticky situations. Do you know what I mean? It's your true essence. What is your divine self saying to you? Maybe if you think back, it's always said something. I know my divine self was telling me ages ago, and there was people trying to put me off family. Not in a bad way. It's just like, well, that isn't a real job, or that isn't this, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you get knocked off your path a little bit because you think, oh yeah, maybe. But now it's like, no, move out the way. I'm coming forth, if you get what I'm saying. So it's got to come from the heart. I don't know if there's anyone in chat who is getting that sort of vibe now of where you think you're going, and you're like, oh my god, it's becoming clearer and clearer, because in 2021 there will be more clarity of what you're actually doing. And if you normally look back on your past, you'll see there was a sort of pattern that was trying to come in for that, but maybe something somewhere was always trying to knock you off, but you've always known it was your true calling. For instance, a little bit of example with me, my uncle came round today, and I don't see him a lot, but when I see him, we see him, and it's, you know, great and everything. And I said to him, oh yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, he thinks I'm woo-woo, because I actually said to him, is there anyone in our family who's a bit like me? He went, I don't know. He said, I think it might just be you. I was like, hey. But things change when lessons are learned. Yes, and it's all about lessons are learned. My calling is to help the world shift. Yeah, we're all doing that. And just like Mark said, my calling is to help the world shift. Yeah, it is. Everybody's is. But it's, you can help it shift in so many ways of, even the job you're in or the career you're in, if you're being nice at people working, you're giving that vibe off. Because some people might love the work that they're doing, that's okay, but because they're happy there because they're giving the vibes off and they don't let things get to them. But you're helping the world by doing what you actually love doing genuinely and authentically. And the more you do of that, the more the world will shift. That's why they try to keep us down on certain things and saying creativity artists shouldn't get paid this much apart from the crappy art they put out that you know about. No, it's not real. Yeah, because they want to keep people down, especially in creative art-wise, because a lot of it does come from the, you know, the divine, because it just comes through you. So, what you're all saying, help others, share, be positive, and do everything throughout the heart. Exactly, as I was saying, anything that you're putting out, it might not be career-wise, but if it is, make sure it's coming through the heart, because this is where we're all going with this. Having a bit of a drink. And this is where everything will shift, because people are coming into the truth. And as I said before, Source doesn't care for feelings, it just is, because like I said, people today get too offended. So when like I said, going back to the whole the world shadow self that's coming up, because a lot of people out there, like I said, manifestation, are still not getting it, because there is a world awakening happening. That doesn't seem good at the minute with the whole thing that's coming with the dark side of what's going to be shown to the world that's still asleep. That has to happen. Why? Because we're beginning to look at ourselves and working on ourselves. So if we're doing that, it comes out in the physical. So that's why it's happening. Same. Light side of the moon, dark side of the moon. It's the same. It's a mirror. It's a mirror. I'm supposed to be an artist. However, I just have issues with internet language and selling and doing best to attract help. Yeah, but I just think you just do it. Don't think about who's coming and what's coming and why it's coming and how it's coming. Just do it. Just keep doing it. Because that process is processing into manifestation. If you never did anything and started it, it's never going to happen anyway. There does have to be action behind it as well. So just keep doing it. God will not look you over the medals, degrees or diplomas, but for scars. Yeah. And it's like that thing, like I said before, it doesn't care for offending people, because there's a lot of people that get offended these days. And you know why they don't like it? It's because it's that thing again, even in the spiritual communities, they don't want to look at the dark. They call themselves light workers and starseeds and so on and so forth, but they won't look at themselves. Oh, we're not looking at that, it's all evil and bad. Yeah, because you won't look at yourselves. Because if you say something to someone, I've had it as well, and they say to you, oh, blah, 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 and they're telling you about yourself, and you get all offended, you normally get offended because it's normally true, and you normally know it is, but you don't like to see yourself as bad. We don't mean evil, we're just saying as bad or a certain way, because everyone likes to pretend they're so fantastic and they're such a good person, and they've never done anything wrong. We've all done something wrong. We've all told a lie. If it's a white lie, it's still a lie. We've all done something, said something, thought something. You know, even if you're the goodest of the good bad thoughts, because they just come in anyway and they're not really you. That's what I'd just say, just flying around in the ether. So you have to be very careful on the thoughts you pick up, because they're also everybody's as well, and other beings as I see it. So don't come with me of like, oh my God, I'm so good and holy. So you get offended. I've been offended in the past with like exes, or even my fella now said something to me a few weeks ago, but I reflected on it and thought, whoa, why did that do me head in? He does it as well, but we both say after, you know, I'm sorry, yeah, I just reflected on that. It's not because it was me. So people are going to get offended by, you ready for this? I don't know how else to say this, and I'm just going to say it. Finding out that they've been duped. They've been hoodwinked. They've been really stupid because they've not seen it when it's been staring them in the face because of the programming. But that's the truth. Stupid. These people are stupid. That's what Q said. This is me having a bit of a laugh with it, because yes, we have been. I was at one point. We all have been. People will get offended, but they need to get over it, because we've all got over it. Do you know what I mean? And they will get over it because we've got over it. And we're still holding the light. And we're still having a laugh, and we're still raising our vibrations, but we raise our vibrations from the dark sometimes because it pushes us to the light. It's pushed me more to the light than ever before, because I'm a bit stubborn. But like I said, stubborn, or whatever the word is, it's not a bad thing. It went, yeah, well, I don't want any of that anymore because that was crap, and that made me feel like crap, and you make me feel like crap. So I'm going over there through a new door with my higher self, my mate here, and I'm going over there because I've had enough of that over there. And this is what's happening in the world right now. People have had enough, and the more it goes on, because there are bits of it going on still into 2021 and beyond, because it's still going to trickle out to the people. They're going to get sick of it. People are getting sick of it. People are waking up daily with the shit that they're putting out over there in the 3D, and that's and it's happening. And it's fantastic to watch. Like I said, it is a movie that's being played out now. A lot of people will say, yeah, it's a movie, They want to say, yes, it's a movie. And I'm watching what's going on more on the spiritual side of things. I'm like, yes, come on, Vibe Tribes. The 3D is a movie. It's not for me. It's not really for you that know. It's for the people who don't know. They're slowly being shown. Like you said, naysayers out there, it's okay. I'll agree to disagree. The people can't be told. Well, we know that because you can't tell anybody. You'll know that if you've been through your awakening. You can't tell anybody if they're not ready to wake up. They're going to be shown. So that show, let's call it the Q show, the Great Awakening, that is for the people who are still waking up. Because some people who are woke, they're not actually awake, because there's more things behind all that, and it is a divine plan with all sorts going on. Wait till they found all that out. It is a spiritual war. Mind war, and it's a beautiful thing to see, but they are going through their awakening, and they'll be going through it for a few more years as well, because they need to catch up like we caught up with ourselves and our higher self. So the movie is for them. We can tap in and tap out and be like, oh yeah, it's coming along. It's for them. These people who need to wake up now are going to be woken up, and this is the show. So that's why you can laugh at certain things going on with TV, because I even think some people might go, oh, I'm not with that. That's fine. Even the people you're seeing on TV now with certain things coming out, I think they're all under, like when people say, oh, Trump's in control. Yeah, I believe a lot of it is because they're playing it out to the people, and it's getting that ridiculous. People are like, you know, what did they just say? Is it what, like, people, like I said, the people are rising to go, I'm sick of this, switching and telling. Like I said, mainstream media were the last ones to fall. And think of that as well. If there's a solar flash and technology just go out, let's take the MSM out then. We could be on a different circuit board because we're already on a different timeline, not on their timeline. This is just me thinking out loud. But I just think it's beautiful. But in the meantime, why they're waking up, think about it. Trump 4 more years. Yes, it is happening. We'll talk about that in the new year after January, then whatever it is, because that's when he's still in anyway. But I'm not getting into that. Yeah, but mainstream media is going to go, but they're doing the job at the sense at the minute anyway, because it's making people go, what? It's all rolling out the way it was meant to. So, why they're waking up and are going to begin to wake up and watch the movie playing out, it's all been done. It's all been done. You, the people who know, have still got to keep working on yourself, because it's not like it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be like plain sailing. There's going to be lots of bumps and things, because it's going to affect you in a sense. This is why you've got to strengthen yourself up, because of the people that are going to go through their trauma of the truth. Remember the anger, remember the pain, remember the heartache. You've got to be strong for those people coming through. You know, even if it's a bit like joking, like, we told you so, we told you so. And it's not, we told you so, we told you so. We were trying to tell you because we loved you. But when they find out, you will embrace them back. You'll be embracing people that fell out with you. You will be embracing family members that fell out with you. You will be embracing friends that fell out with you, because you love them anyway. It's just this whole divide thing that's going in a bit. But they will come back. It's like an elastic band expanding, and it will pop back. It's expanding because people are like, I don't want to see this. And we're like, where, ping. Spiritually, the awakening blew my mind. It does blow your mind. It blows your mind to the fact that I used to wake up and think, like, not even out of the awakening of the shitty stuff that was going on, the actual, oh my God, and I mean, oh my God, not that I didn't think there was a God, but I like to say source, because it's not a man sat on a cloud, but oh my God, this is effing amazing. I never thought I'd be in this position talking about this on YouTube, even though I always knew it was going somewhere, and I was just like, oh, I'll just see where this goes. I'm like, oh my God, it's so effing amazing. And it's sad to see at the minute, those that can't see how amazing it is, because they're looking at you like, what are you going on about? And they're all like in fear. But they will come to this point as well, and there will be a bit further on. So the whole point is, I don't think it's going to go bang, yeah, everyone's awake. I mean, who knows? If it does, it does, and that's brilliant. And that'll be like, oh, well, that's great. You never know. We don't truly really know what's going on. But I believe it's going to roll out where they're still going to go through the... Think about it. Example of the Q thing is took about nearly, and 45 in the house, 4 years, near enough, whatever it is now, to get over the anger and this, that, and the other, and realise it was part of this, that, and the other, and it's took year that. Well, think about it. Trump's in for 4 more years. It's giving people time to catch up, because there's still a lot of work that you need to do on yourself, and I do, but there's going to be a lot of work they need to do. So it's letting them catch up. So all the people who are like, oh yeah, I'm a new age, it's not about that. It's about letting humanity catch up. So, you know, and they will catch up pretty quickly, even if it's within 4 years, because they have to go through the processes of different grieving, and grieving for the world they're leaving behind, of what they thought we were and what we thought things were, which is not, because we know that isn't the real of. We are in the world but not of the world, because that world that they try to project it isn't the real one. So there's going to be a lot of grieving, and they need to go through it, because it's releasing the stale energies. It's releasing everything that was, because that's not needed anymore, to go into the new earth, whatever you want to say, golden age, and new frequencies, new energies, new foundations being built, new schooling systems that being taught different. We can have schools, it's just going to change differently. New governing bodies, we can still have that. We know that it's just for the people, because they were supposed to be for the people, but they never were. So we can still have all that, but it's going to be people with heart intentions, which will be everybody in the end anyway. So I think everyone gets what I'm saying. So like I said, I'm not too worried about the solar flash of anything, of doing anything myself. I'm just, quite happy with if something happens and 3 days of darkness, so be it. I won't be in fear because I know it'll be coming on pretty quick. If it's not that and it's more like a metaphor for days of darkness, because there's going to be quite a lot of darkness coming with the news that people are going to find out. It's going to be quite dark for them, not dark for me, but dark for them. But then you are going to be trying to help those. So there's many different things, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think it is. But I do believe 2020 was having a look at what's going on, having a look at yourself and your shadow self, which you will still be doing. 2021 to me is actually doing that's more of the spiritual work, because the age of Aquarius to me is the spiritual work that needs to be done, and we're going to be more into the spiritual realms of that's what lots of people are going to be doing, because we're going to a more spiritual consciousness, Christ consciousness, heart consciousness. It's all the same thing to me, and that's what we're going to be relearning, like I said before, rebirthing, bringing in holistic stuff more now back, because sort of the ancestry stuff and the ancient knowings are bringing it in. But I don't think, personally, I think it's going to be modernised though. It's going to be in a modern way, but with the teachings, you can still do it like that, shake it up, twist it up, because maybe some of the things of the old ways, in a sense, can be brought up to date, because some are still the old ways. So, do you know what I'm saying? But and 2021 to me is working on yourself and realising what your soul essence is and what your calling is. What is it you want to bring in to help bring in this light? Julian, it doesn't really matter now about trying to get your family to understand. If you think about it, most people have dropped the seeds. Seeds planted in people's brains, as in you've been saying things and they have heard, even if they think you're batshit crazy. But when all this comes out, they'll be like, oh, what did you say? And the more they find out, the more they'll probably be coming to you to find out. They will wake up, I believe. So don't worry, it's just about planting the seeds. Like I said, you can't tell them, it's like you said, you can't tell them they're going to be shown. So just be there for them when they come through the transition. It's all about transitioning, and that's what's happening now. We are going into transformation, like the butterfly. Remember, we're little caterpillars. We go in the chrysalis. We've been in the dark. A lot of people are going to be in the dark, but from the dark, the womb, the void, we come out the other side as beautiful butterflies. We will ascend. We are ascending. We are on the timeline of ascension, and that's rippling in. So to me, it's not a quick fix thing, because you've got to be doing the work. No, not all really want to know, but they're going to know, because it's going to be, what's the word? It's going to be, there's no way they're not going to see this. Do you know what I mean? Unless they want to go and stick their head in the sand, which is fine, but at some point, they're going to have their head in the sand, and the more and more people are going to pop their head out of the sand like a meerkat and go, well, they seem all right over there and they're really happy. I'm actually like sick of sticking my head in the sand. I want to go over there because it seems more fun. And to me, it's just going to go more like that until the last meerkat's like, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go. It takes courage. So, yeah, they will see the hard way. That's why it's a choice. If you choose to be more open-minded and go with the flow and sort of like follow that intuition, you'll find it easier. This is the whole thing about it. If you don't, which is your choice, people might take longer, but this is what I'm saying about the catch up. People will catch up, because they're just going to realise the more they resist it, the more pain or whatever, or heartache or whatever it is, it's going to slow their ascension down. It's not that they're going to go through it. I think everyone's going through it. It's just going to be harder. If you're going with the flow and you're going with it and you're not scared of change, because this is in the cards as well, Everyone fears change, everybody. As I said before, you have an example of going to a new job or a new boss coming in is one of the best ones. A new boss comes in, and I've had this before, so let's talk from experience, and you're like, oh, it's not the same boss as before. And even if it was a good or bad experience, it's like, it's not the same boss as before, because they like to start changing things and doing their thing, and maybe the boss before was different, so they want to shake it up, and then you're like, oh, we're not used to this because we didn't do it this way. Before you know it, you're in that flow of what they've changed, and it's just like it was, you're just used to it. So this is the whole thing of going into a new way, a new earth, not their way, our way. It seems scary at first until we get used to it. But if we want new things, we don't want the old stuff, do we? So we're not going back to the normal. This is why people are going to find it hard, because they're going to have the bubble burst and they're going to be clinging on because they're like, yeah, but this was the only way I knew. Yeah, but this is more exciting. Who cares? We're all learning together. And to me, I think we'll all come to that same centre point anyway. When the others wake up and start going through the process of the transformation and transitioning over, it will become easier and they'll get it. And I actually believe it's not like before when some people have took a long time. I think people will get it there'll be a lot that get it quite quick, and they'll be flying. So it's not, I don't believe it's going to take years and years and years. It's going to take a bit of time, and maybe it'll take the 7-year cycle that's coming in again, that number again. But it will get easier on the path. You all know that, because hopefully by now your path should be getting easier when you're realising what's going on. Mine is. I know where I'm going now. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why I said after this chat tonight, I am not coming on. She says she's not coming on. I won't be coming on till after Christmas. I'm telling Porcupines a little bit, because I'll probably check in now and again for 10 minutes, and I'll probably will come on before Christmas, if the internet's not gone down, but I don't believe it will, to just say Happy Christmas, because I'm doing the work, more work on myself. And there's things that I want to write down and bring in and put my ideas together, and the projects I want to do for next year. Because do you know what I mean? It's about rest and recuperation now. Resting, listening to your body. All these energies that are coming, like I said, with the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, I want to be feeling them. I don't want to be getting distracted by other stuff. I'm not getting distracted by other stuff on the internet, because I'm feeling into what my higher self's telling me. Yes, I like to see others, but I'm trying to listen to my inner guidance and my inner sat nav, and then bring it to you. So I hope you get what I'm saying. Enjoy your family time, Dolly. Yeah, and everyone should be enjoying your family time, because look what's happened in 2020 with the you know what. They've tried to separate us. They've always tried to separate us. But we are coming back to unity when people realise what's been going on. People going on about unity, yes, it's happening. Oh, unity. Yeah, it will happen when the other people realise. Because they're still infighting and outfighting out there. So, we are getting to change the world. Think about that. We are. We're getting to change the world. How fucking amazing is that, people? Oh my God. It makes me so happy. But the change starts within, and that's why the world's changing. Because if you know about manifestation, because a lot of people go on about there, they've got no clue. When we begin to change on the inside, things on the outside change. And because there's a mass changing going on within people at the minute, and some people don't even know properly. Hi, Martin, and thanks everyone for saying thumbs up. The world changing the 3D. It's how it is, and that's why it's happening. The shadow work is coming to the 3D. World shadow. That's why we're all in the same position with the so-called lockdown, and that's why I say be present at Christmas with your family and friends in the frequency of love and compassion and forgiveness, because you've been a part for them. And this is why, with the Great Conjunction, with the solar fire, with everything that's going on, the new moon meant new beginnings. Well, day after that, there was a rainbow. Bridging and those two worlds together. The skies are beautiful, even though they're hidden a little bit. There's loads of things going on, becoming more vibrant. It is here, it's happening, we're on it. And you need to be in that presence and really look at your family this year, even the ones you argue with. Don't get into arguments about the ascension Trump, anything you're bringing up, just don't do it. Just think, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to enjoy looking at their faces. When you hug them and kiss them, squeeze them, and just... Because like I said, I don't really know what's going to go on with the whole of like people who are maybe not going in that consciousness because they can't. People could pass because there was something said about people could end up in hospital because people could have heart attacks. Do you know what I mean? Just thinking, oh my God, I can't take this information in. The ones who find it hard because they can't compute up here what's going on. So you really need to be like I said at the beginning, love is the key. I love you. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I see it anyway. That is totally how I see it. So when the cards came out today, this was whatchamacallit, whole reading for everybody. So I'm going to try and, can I lower this a little bit more? Da-da-da. Yeah, divine timing, peoples. Divine timing. It's coming in the right divine time. But like I said, you should be learning now what it is you want to be doing and what your divine calling is. I know what mine is. I'm not sharing it because you'll see it because, like I said, people need to tune into their own thing. So we got we got I'm cold in it. We got number 6, and this is how it came out, so I was laughing my head off. We got shock of the new. Well, shock of the new. It's going to be quite shocking for some, as we've said. Shock of the new. I think even we're going to be shocked of what beautiful things are going to be coming in, but shocked in a good way. But there's a lot of people that are going to be shocked. And I don't know on her hair. She's got like musical keys because I'm thinking of the divine orchestra coming in because it is divine time. I don't know if it looks like speakers because it's going to be pretty loud and clear with that shock. But we've also got sunflowers in. And sunflowers is a very joyous flower. It's yellow like the sun. So a big shock it's going to be, but I also think because people are going to see beautiful things. Don't get me wrong, I even think we're going to see beautiful things quite quickly, that it's going to take people out of a lot more fear than it was when people woke up years ago, or even me to the 3D stuff. It's going to be a bit of a shock, and then it's okay, but a soothing time, but this and this is going to happen, especially with all the healing things that can come in, so slightly a bit different. I don't think the shock's going to carry on too long, but everyone still has to do the work. You can't fake the test. You can't. You've got, this is what I said, even light workers and people out there, you have got to do the work. It's not about bypassing it, because you know out of experiences and what's coming in. If you don't have that experience, you're not really sort of qualified, are you? If you get what I'm saying. Qualifications, now the qualification really is your experience through it, you know. So you learn, and it's all about learning, and you're learning from the, like I said, 2020. You should be looking at 2020. What have you learned? Write it down. It's brilliant. What have you learned? What things do you not want to take into next cycle? Because if you're just taking old patterns in that have never got you anywhere, and you take it into next year, it will lock in, and you're just going to be having the same experiences. If you thought it was shitty, it's going to be shitty. So you need to be looking at that, and also congratulating yourself as well for actually, you know, seeing the things in yourself and wanting to move forward and release them. So after the shock, we got number 44, which is visions of life beyond death. Well, 44, infinity. I see this as I mean, it's a very wise woman, but visions of life beyond death, and to me this means death of the old world, the old way, and the old you. The old you isn't going next year. You are, like I said the other day, becoming. You are becoming your authentic, true, divine self. And like, you've got the peacock there, you've got, I think it's a crow, you've got wise birdies up there. You've got fishes, have you got fishes in there? Actually, because this is a new deck, let me just find the, oh no, I haven't got it down here. There's something beautiful I actually want to read out the book, but it's the death of the old ways. It's the death of the old guard. We can't have the old guard with us. It's a new guard. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a new guard It's not the old guard. Thank you from my heart for everything that you are doing. It's a pleasure to know you. Brightest blessings always. Thank you, cute Susie Q, because me and Susie Q talk to each other. There's quite a few people I've talked to off here. And then the next one is, because this is just quick, 16:7. What you want wants you. This is about manifestation again. What you truly really want, not what you think you want because you're seeing somebody else doing something. Like I said before, what you truly want is trying to come to you. Are you listening here? Are you being authentic? Not because you're trying to be somebody else, because like I said, the kids today, I want to be like Beyonce, really. Oh, I want to be like Kim Kardashian, I want this done. That's not you. That's just you thinking you want to be like that because they're so-called rich and you want to be rich and you think that's what attracts that. Or a man, well, do you want to be with a man who just looks for that and nothing else? Who are you? This 2021 is about you finding you. Learning how to be with you, learning how to love you, learning and relearning about you. What is it you really love? Not what you think, because other people do it or celebrities do it. You. You. It's about you. Nobody else, you. And then after that, we got the Oracle. Are you a water sign? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Yeah, I think she is. Isn't she? Oracle. You're all an Oracle, by the way. Wait for the important information. We said about waiting the other day. Waiting for the important information. And red is the colour of action as well. You wait. You don't have to... What's the word? Not respond. React straight away. Have a bit of a think about it. Have a bit of a look. And then think, meditation, you might get a bit of important information when you're just waiting and sitting and being. I like the time now of, like I said, sort of sitting back, relaxing a bit, knowing that that show's happening and that's for them. You can wait a little bit because there will be more information coming in after when people have had this shock of the new. Be patient. And then after that, we've got Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. It's very important to stay rooted and grounded right now. Stay rooted and grounded. Because the more the wind blows and you're grounded like a little tree and your roots are dug deeply in, it's not gonna blow you over. It's not gonna take you down because you're grounded in heart. It's green, and you're rooted. And if your core is strong, you'll be okay. And your core is your heart anyway. So, and then it says, stand your ground. Well, there's a lot of us standing our ground right now. Stand your ground in your truth. Not my truth, not his truth, not her truth, your truth. Your truth. And then the last one that came out is this one, which I absolutely loved. And this says it all for tonight as well, is the Queen of Swords. Now, if you look very carefully, if you know about signs, this on the top of the blue flag, I don't know if you can see what it is. Do you know what sign it is? I don't know if you can see it. It is air sign, Aquarius. She is sat high up. Do you think she looks bothered? Because she isn't bothered. She's very relaxed. She is focused on her gaze. She is focusing on what she wants to bring in. Nobody else's. She's high up because there's like a condor or something there. She's just like, I'm not bothered what other people are saying or doing. I am sitting, contemplating what I want to focus on and what I want to bring in. Very relaxed, very chilled out. I'll actually find the actual because it was a beautiful message. And this is it. This is what I've been saying for ages. It's about you focusing on you, not anyone else, and what you want to bring in now, what you want to bring into these next cycles of your life, not anybody else's, yours. You focus on your own business, which means your business, what you do, not what any other one's doing. They need to keep the nose in their own business, because you get a lot of people trying to get up in your business. Well, they should be focusing on their own. Because if they don't, their businesses, nothing's going to happen. I don't mean business as a career, I just mean their own thing going on. Like I said, everyone focuses on different things because we're all unique beings, individuals. But I just want to bring up the actual reading for this because it's beautiful, but it is basically what it means. So it says, light seer, right, an excellent communicator, an advisor, unbiased decision maker, independent, wise and logical counsel, seeking truth, wit, quick thinking, honesty. I speak my existence into being with wisdom and clarity. You've got to be very clear. Yeah, speak my existence in. The Queen of Swords, overview. Highly astute, intellectual and honest. The Queen of Swords sits calmly overlooking her kingdom, your realm, your state of consciousness too. She knows she appears aloof to some, but she is simply tuning out of the low vibe drama. Well, boom, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Don't want to go there. That is clamouring for her attention. Funny that, because there's been a lot of that trying to get my attention. I'm like, nah, you're all right. She prefers to remain laser focused. She prefers to remain laser focused on the future of her kingdom. You've all got a kingdom. And she likes it up here. I do as well. With the gentle winds of the insight, the only company for her thoughts, graceful and level-headed, she finds it easy to reign over her life. Her life, not your life. Her life. Over her life. When she is able to see the bigger picture, yeah, that's what we've been talking about, from a bird's eye view. She takes a deep breath. Clarity. It's all about clarity, people. Clarity. Sometimes she is judged to be too sharp. To be too sharp and strict. Yet, underneath her cool exterior, she knows how deeply she cares for those around her. Yeah, sound like anybody. You know when I have a go at chat sometimes, because really it's out of good intentions. Probably seen as a bit sharp and a bit strict. If you get what I'm saying. Dave, are you in the house? But she cares for those around her. And oh, how she cares about the state of the world. We all do. You know. So much that she's always seeking the truth that lies hidden just beyond the masks that people... Hang on. She also seeks the truth. Oh, where's that gone? She also seeks the truth hidden just beyond the masks that people... Beyond the masks that people, places and structures wear. Very going for the times, isn't it? But I showed you about the mask the other day of like what we've put out there sometimes in the past of the masks that we put out when people aren't happy but they pretend they're happy. Places, and she seeks the truth in her relationships, in her communication, in her action, in her rule. She loves to communicate, and when she does engage in conversation, she speaks authentically, aligned, and full of integrity in her principles. Her wisdom is framed in logic and proof, and she avoids the gossip of fluff that others may want to engage in. Leading with the head does not make her cold-hearted. She always has access to her cup of emotion, which lies tucked away at her feet, which is actually down there. It's a little cup of emotions, water. She prefers, which is funny because water at her feet. Pisces are at the feet. She prefers to remain up here where the winds of strategy, logic, and communication rule. There is a great power in truth. Yes, there is, and that's what I said before. It doesn't care for people's emotions or people getting offended. Truth is truth, and it's powerful. Truth is truth, whether it hurts you or not. And so much light hidden within it. So it's a beautiful card. So a message from the Queen of Swords. It's time for direct communication and straightforward interpretations into your situations. This powerful queen asks you to be honest in your relationships, direct in your speech, witty if you want to be, but above all, bring your clear-headed, unbiased reasoning to the table. Bolster your finely tuned bullshit detector by letting go of how you feel about the situation and objectively consider the facts. It's time to ask your perceptive mind and your loyal heart to evaluate your situation from a higher perspective, because that's what it's all about. What do you know to be true, and where are you filling in the gaps and making it up biased on your assumptions, because a lot of people do that. If you're coming from experiences, you'll have more truth than just thinking, oh yeah, blah blah blah, I think that's true. Well, when you start getting them experiences, which people are doing and will do, you'll know. While this card suggests a time of candor, sometimes this communication style can come across as cold or cutting. So if you are having trouble communicating something that is difficult for another person to hear, which some things are, know that you can always dip your toe into the cup of empathy and compassion to help with your delivery. Sharp analysis and careful consideration are always intelligent moves, as is being able to clearly connect with others in a way that is easily accepted and understood. Your clear heart and clear mind will always allow you to speak truth, always. So there you go. I just thought that was absolutely brilliant, because, you know, you can go about the way you want to communicate like I do, but sometimes you just know that with certain people, if you know they're a bit softer, maybe go at it a different way, maybe a bit jokingly sometimes, and they might get it through being a bit more funny with it, because it might not seem so harsh. But like I said, Source does not care for people's feelings. Truth is truth at the end of the day. If you get offended, it's normally because there's something inside you that knows that it's true, and that you need to look at something within yourself. So them cards were absolutely spot on. Like I said, the shock of the new, the visions of life beyond death. And I also think that means, like I said before, your old life going, what you're bringing in. Can you see yourself doing something new? I can. It's called expansion and growth, and that's what happens. The more light workers and starseeds that are coming through now is because they're being watered, they're growing up, and they're coming into their own. Wait for important information. Don't always react too much, because ready for action. You can respond. Sometimes just sit back and think, you know what, I'm going to sit on that a little bit. Just like the dream I had the other day. Came into the truth yesterday when I got told something. I can't really say what it is because it's a bit personal, but the dream I got in the other day, someone came to me and said something of the dream it was about. They didn't know about this dream. Can't really say what it is. And it was near enough bang on with what I was saying. So I know my strengths and my intuition and certain things are coming in stronger and stronger now. So that was brilliant. And the last, that wasn't the last one. And then you've got, your heart self, stay rooted and grounded. Very important for now with what's going to be going on. Mountains, stand your ground, but at the end of it, focus on you and what you want to do, not what everyone else is doing, what you want to bring in. So that was that. So let me check my notes for anything else I was going to bring up. But like I said, lots of learning going on next year. I'm quite looking forward to it. Yes, they are. Yeah. So like I said, you've got to keep your frequencies high. It is dark to light in so many different ways. Source doesn't care for your feelings. I do believe personally the AI, that sort of thing, is going to get fried out with the solar flashes, and that's going to be dripping in, like it said, from 2019 to 2004, which makes more sense to me. It's letting people catch up. Why would you not want people to catch up? Of course, we want people to come through it. It doesn't mean I don't think that we're going to be still going a bit like this, because we will be doing, but it's going to be a process, but it's going to be good. When we've got certain shitty things out of the way, it's going to be a lot easier. Working on yourself and letting go. The main message again is to work on yourself, listen to yourself. If your body's telling you to relax, like I've had a more relaxing day today, you're feeling a bit lazy or something, go and rest. I've said this before, whatever it is your body's telling you, listen. Your sole purpose, start listening to yourself and thinking about, what is it I want to bring in next year? I've got this soul purpose. When you start looking at your life and sort of dissecting it, you sort of see where it's been going. Hence, I talk a lot. I've always talked a lot. I've always had a school report saying, Janine talks too much in the class. So I am a communicator. Don't care what anyone else is saying. This is my path. I'm a communicator. I've always been told off people and friends, even when I didn't know. Even when I was younger, and even a girl I got in contact that I used to go to school with when we were at junior school said, you were always like that. You were always a starseed. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I've been told that before, and I was like, oh, so I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, oh, I've been doing it all my life without realising. Always wanted to help people, always had that, got to save everybody, but then you realise it backfires because you've just got to be the light, and you can help in certain different ways of being the inspiration. So there's other bits that have gone on in my life, but this year, 2020, I have seen, I'm not doing the one I think, I have seen actually the death of the old me and where I'm going. So that's what you need to start focusing on. Really thinking, oh yeah, what is it I want to be doing? Many different things that heal, that still heal people. When you're doing it from the heart, whatever it is, you could be a chef and bringing up gorgeous recipes, but maybe the new that will be coming in this new way is it's going to be more earth-based, holistic healing food, yes, organic, all that stuff, and you're making these brand new recipes up and you love it, and how great is that going to be? You want to go down the holistic route of herbalism and all that stuff that they've tried to kill people off with, the natural, herbalistic, therapeutic stuff. You're like, do you know what? Actually, I've always liked working with flowers or herbs. Actually, I want to start looking into that. I really do want to start looking into that, because we all know that stuff's coming back with the therapeutic, holistic, organic stuff. Maybe you're into beauty and you're thinking, yeah, I want to make some beauty creams up that are more organic. There's loads of different things. It's not just about, there's so many different beautiful creative ideas that are going to be coming back from old ways, but brought into the new, and it could be mixed up a little bit. I said, we're still going to have technology, I believe. We're not going to not have technology, but the technology is going to be heart-based, not like that crap and the big corporates and like Bill Gates and all that. If you get what I'm saying, it will be in balance. We're going back to rebalancing everything, because there'll always be dark and light, I believe, but it's just going to be in balance, because that came over a bit too much personally. So you'll always be working on yourself, and when you get to a certain level, you don't stop, you just keep spiraling up. And that's what I think is beautiful about it. We'll just be constantly learning and learning, and how exciting is that? You don't want to stay stuck, stale, not learning, being bored, being lethargic, being bored. That's all in lower vibrations. You want to be getting up every day like, yes, I love this, oh my god. That's what you want to be like, and that's how I believe in the end it's going to go. But that's my reality, and you do bring in your reality that you believe in. So, I think that's all I wanted to say. I think I've got it all out, not quite sure. So it's all about wiping the slate clean. Wipe that slate clean. We're not bothered about what we did in the past. We're letting it go. I did say a bit ago, you can go back to your past and forgive yourself and this, that, and the other. But really, I believe once you start living in the heart space and you're really, truly bringing in that what you love, it heals all that anyway. I know that because I've been doing it. And when I've asked ancestors, I talk like that now because I've seen that, and I thank them and I give gratitude, and I know I've broke that chain now. I'm still doing it, but I'm breaking that chain of that programming. It heals everything. So I think when you're deprogramming, it heals all the ancestral stuff, and it heals all the stuff that you've done in your past lives, which is also, yesterday. the week before, not just when you think. A lot of people think of past lives like, oh, I had a past life, you know, I was an Egyptian queen or sort of whatever. It actually means yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 7 years ago, whatever. It will heal all that naturally anyway. So the more you get into the joy factor of that vibration, it will heal. It doesn't matter if you have a bit of a day that's crappy, because it's going to happen. You just lift yourself back up again. There's always the new rising of the sun the next day, and you just think, right, tomorrow's gonna be a better day. I had a bit of a day like this. It's okay. Stop judging yourself. Stop bringing yourself down. Stop feeling like, oh, I didn't get something done today, I'm such a bad person. No, you're not. Your body just needs to rest. It's fine. If you rest a bit more, the next day will probably be full of more energy, and you'll probably get double done than you got the day before. Stop bringing yourself down at every level. We have enough people trying to do that, and we've had all that in the past. We're coming from that now. So, quantum, everything is now. Exactly, everything's in the now. How we manifest is in the now. And what you do now will manifest in the, if you know how it all works. Anyway, I'm just going to see. I'm going to go soon because it is getting late. But like I said, I was in the zone, people. So I'm going to do a few cards for you because I've got a few new decks, and I just wanted to show you what came out of the book today. This was really funny, but we know how it works. I did the flicking of the book, and it came out on, which page did it come out on? Oh, this one. Now, this is what I said about being the true you, and the book opened on it, as it will do, because I'm in the flow, and, you know, my connections to my higher self are working bang on now. So it said, always be, and guess what? One of my favourite films is The Wizard of Oz, right? Always was as a kid. You've got the white witch, you know, the good witch and the bad witch and all that going on. And some people say, oh, do you know that was a film for monarch? We're not talking about that. If you want to keep going in fear, then that's what you do. Right, who played Dorothy? It's getting cold in here now. Who played Dorothy? Who played Dorothy in the old Wizard of Oz? Yeah, Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland. Well, this is a quote off Judy Garland, so it's not a coincidence, is it? Are you ready? It says Judy Garland. Let me show you. Judy Garland. I'm not making it up. Judy Garland. Right, you ready for this? It says, and that made me smile because, oh my God, I've just thought about it. Oh my God. So I'm wearing my Nana's pendant. And I brought my Nana's pictures in here because I know she's about. And I was talking about my Nana before, and I was showing you, like, this was from the funeral. The song that I asked for to be played at her funeral in 2017, on Saturday the 7th of January 2017, the 7th, was Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Eva Cassidy, because I love The Wizard of Oz. And this is from Judy Garland, so, oh my God. This must be a message from, anyone get what I'm saying? I've just realised that now. So, always be a first-rate version of yourself, because this is what we're working on, instead of a second-rate version of someone else, as of what I was saying before. There's a lot of people trying to be versions of somebody else. Be a first-rate version of yourself. And then it says, yeah, message from your Nana, exactly. I just realised what was going on there. Just like snowflakes, there is no one else on this planet like you. As I'm saying, of the song that I sang to you before about being the divine individual self or whatever it was, I'll read that out again at the end. Don't waste your time trying to be like other people. Be the best you and own it. You're best at being yourself, not anyone else. If we all looked, talked and walked the same, no one would be unique. Individuality wouldn't exist. Being different is what makes us special and the world so exciting. They've tried to get us to be the same, haven't they? It's not happening anymore. Goal. Access your character. Be certain that you're not modelling yourself after someone, but just being who you are meant to be. Go ahead, be weird, because normal is boring. Of course it is. It's boring. So that was a message. And then I just did look at the other side, so I just thought I'd read it out. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. Yeah. They must be felt in the heart, and it's all about the heart. So this is why this mixed in with both, which I thought was brilliant. It is the intangible things that make life so amazing. The most incredible memories in my life have been experiences and emotions that can't be described, because you can't describe them. Try and describe them. When I'm trying to describe energies and orbs and stuff to people, who are like, what? Describe or recreated. I spent so many years trying to create a high. Oh, this isn't me by this way. This is a quote of Helen Keller. I spent so many years trying, and I know people who do this, trying to create. I spent so many years trying to create a high from drugs and alcohol, when little did I know the strongest high had been right in front of me the entire time. Life. And that's what I always say. There's too many people trying to get different highs off different things like drugs, alcohol, all them sort of things. You have to keep having them. The high you should be getting is off life. This is why I get all like buzzy with different things, and I can entertain myself, and I'm learning, and I get a high off life source, not that sort of source or anything else sort of source. I'm not into it. Goal. Take the time to slow down, and experience something you cannot see, but something beautiful that you can feel. So that was beautiful, and so just brilliant, and thank you, Nana, because I didn't even realise of all this going on. And then I got Julie Garland in. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, seeing the eyes through, seeing the world through the eyes of a child again. Exactly. I want to learn to play the violin and play songs to the animals, and therefore that's what you should do. That's what you should do. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. So I'm just going to do some quick decks before we go, because I'm getting cold. So we're going to do Secret Language of Colours. Let's pull. I'm just going to pull one out of each deck. Let's see what we get. I love it when you do the flick through the page. I know it, and it just bangs on. I know I'm connected to source and my source and my source energy, because I believe when you are, and you believe and you are, it comes in so easily, you know. And that's been my path of building this up and doing the work, and it's popped out. And yeah. Oh, 43, mauve. Is it mauve? Enjoy clear hearing. Are you listening? Clear hearing. There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of people not listening. They're not listening to the clear hearing. They're just going along with certain things, and they're not really listening. Listen, I am the dead at crossroads. We're all at the crossroads. Spiritual and non-spiritual. And all have a fantastic Christmas. Stay in the heart. Laugh. Yeah, laugh, and laugh some more. Bright blessings to you all. Bye, Susie Q, because I know I've been on long. I'll speak to you soon, because I'm going to bed after this. Oh, and then I've got, I thought we'd have a message from the Goddess Power, because the Goddess Power says, I just thought this was very relevant for the goddesses out there. The goddess is calling you to open up and reconnect with the universe in all her forms. The feminine aspect of the universe is rising. Oh, yes, it is. To restore balance in the world. Will you answer the call and receive her guidance? Are you answering your call? So, let's see what the call is. And these are a bit stiff, though. I don't know if I can normally do what I normally do, but we'll have a go. Yes. Let's see. I don't know. They normally have to be broken a bit, and these might be pretty stiff, so We will see. So let's see what the goddess has to say to us. Oh, there we go. Oh, inexperience. Well, that's interesting because, you know, there's a lot of people in experience, and that's why I said we're really going from our experiences, and a lot of people will be coming into experience from the inexperience they've been having, if you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of experience they're going to be having. Because there's been a lot who are not experiencing stuff because they've not been tuning in, you know, so you get a lot of naysayers and stuff like that, and they've not been tuning in because they've been distracted. You know, they're not really getting experience of, say, like we could say the spiritual realms, because they're too caught up in the 3D, watching TV and stuff like that, and they're not hearing that clear hearing or anything like that because they're not aware. It's like Finn said the other day, oh, look at the sky and it's golden. It used to be like that in the olden days, you know. He's been here before. And it's like, and he went, nobody cares. And I said to him, they're not aware. They're not aware. But as we grow, we come through more experience, so the inexperienced will become more experienced. And people are going to be experiencing a lot of things they've not been experiencing before. So that's all good. And we'll just have another one out of that one as well, just to like counteract that. Oh, thank you, Colin. Yeah, you'll be seeing more of it, don't worry. Like I said, you do what you love. I've always loved doing this. I've done it for quite a few years. I've had decks and things for years and years, actually, and I used to bring it in a show when I used to do Witchy Way. So, like I said, I just bring in what I want to do, and if I want to come and show you, I will. New things are happening, new changes within me, so that'll be all shown in the new year as well. I'm just bringing more and more of what I do anyway. Ambition. Well, like I just said before, what is your ambition now? What is your true ambition that you would like to bring in? So that's from the Goddess Power deck. Oh, it also says magic is everywhere and the goddess will help you claim it. Claim your magic, people. Right, the next one. Because like I said, you're not going to see me much now. You'll probably see me like just checking in now and again going, are you all right? Are you okay? But apart from that, I'm going doing my thing. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm being present with my family, do you know what I mean? Kids finish over here on Friday, so I need to be present with my son and all that sort of stuff that's going on over Christmas. You know, I'll still be aware of what's going on and stuff, but at the end of the day. Right, this one is the Star Temple Oracle. Your sacred feminine powers, embody your sacred feminine powers and receive interstellar guidance with this glistening oracle deck. So let's see what the stellar guidance has got for us. Golly Daydream, I thank you and appreciate you and everything you in your chat. So I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Many blessings to you and light and love always. Thank you, Julie. I will be giving that big Christmas message out. I know it's a bit early, but like I said, you won't be seeing me that much. I will probably pop on, like I said, just to go, are you okay? But I'm going to try and not do it. I'm going to try, but I know it probably won't happen. Only because I'd love to come back in the new year with all you lot. If we're still here on the internet. If we're not, you know. If bad things happen and we all disappear, then that's that. I mean, that's just the end of it. I don't think that's going to happen. But what I'm saying is, I hope you all come back in the new year, and I hope you're all seeing things and feeling things differently. And I'd like to see what's been going on. So it'll be nice to have a break to see where you're all at in your realms of consciousness when we come back. I just will think it'll be fun. It'll be like, I've missed you all. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try and not do it unless something really spectacular happens. But yeah, you know. Well, we've got two. So we've got the storyteller intention. I am the narrator of my life, like what CJ was saying before. We all know that. We're writing our own story. How beautiful is that? You are the narrator of your own story. How do you want to write your story? What legacy do you want to leave when you pass over to another form of energy? Do you want to leave a legacy of all you did was infight with people? All you did was drag other people down? All you did was try and follow what other people are doing and not doing it yourself, and didn't really do what you initially came here to do and do what you love, why would you want to do that? What do you want to do? Write your own story. Put goody ass intentions out there and gratitude. What legacy do you want to leave? Electra, the goddess of balance. Well, there you go. Equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. You see, she's like balancing out the two realms there. I'll read chat in a minute. I'll give you a chance to say whatever you want to say. You recreate and you foster these ideas and these relationships with people, things, everything. And it's all about that balance, you know. Balanced in mind, body and spirit is just going to help you navigate your life story so much easier than you have been doing. So that's that. And then the last one I'm going to give you is we're going to have the Sacred Self-Care deck, because at the end of the day, this is all about self-care. It is about you. We're going into the Aquarian age, which is about you coming forth in your spirituality and your divine knowing and self. And it's just very important that you do look after yourself. So the self-care, I think we'll have 3. I'm just feeling free. So, you know, I like to do it in 3s. The self-care, this is a message for you to do over the Christmas time now of self-care. So let's ask self-care for everybody. Let's see a message of self-care. What you could do to help yourself, the self-care. Oh, missed a deck. Let's see. That's for 3. Oh, ask for 3. I haven't, I've got 4. 4 just flew out, so it's 4. Right, we've got connect with Earth. Well, yeah, you want to connect with Earth. You want to get out in nature over this Christmas time, you know, after your Christmas dinner. Just get out when you can. People who are still working and still going out to work, so a lot of people working at home. Make sure you're getting out in nature over this period. It's probably, never know, you might have a white Christmas. Lovely Christmas walk after your dinner, you know, stuff like that. Get out in nature and feel the vibes and heal that way as well. It's very healing. We've got nourish your temple. Well, you need to be nourishing your temple all this time, you know, looking after what you're putting in your body, but don't judge yourself over Christmas. Everyone does it over Christmas. You know, if you're a fit freak, you can always have like a fitness Christmas dinner, organic, whatever, but don't worry too much about that, because that's just for one day. Well, mind you, it might go on for a couple of days, but just know you need to look after yourself, your auric field. When you're nourishing your body, that grows as well. So, you know, love yourself, give yourself some nourishing food for yourself. So you can do that up to Christmas and then get back on the nourishment, but that's going to be a high factor in the new year as well. Look for fairies. Look for fairies. Get out in nature and look for fairies. Childlike, remember, be childlike, have the fun and the joy, remember to laugh, remember to sing, to dance, all that stuff. This is what this card says to me. Look for fairies. Says be childlike over these periods that might even seem dark again. Just be childlike. And the last one is, this is just brilliant, what I was saying before about connecting with ancestors. Connect with your ancestors. Thank your ancestors for the guidance they are giving you. It's a bit like I said when I was talking about me, mum and my nana before. The maiden, the mother and the crone. But yeah, so there you go. So I'd like to say thanks for coming in. I am freezing now. And I'd like to say Happy Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year to say Happy New Year anyway, even though it's a bit date off the Happy New Year. I'd rather say New Year is springtime, but that's okay. But at the end of the day, I just want to say Happy Christmas, have a great time, get your joy factor on no matter what goes on. If anything goes down, don't go in fear mode, just keep your frequencies high, keep working on yourself, gratitude out everywhere, be writing stuff down. Important to work on your shadow self now. going in, looking, reflecting on 2021. 2021 was a lot of reflection time. 2021 to me is the spiritual self, so coming in stronger, the spirituality coming in of looking at what it is you really want to do and working towards that. So yeah, the Bethlehem Day, yeah, so you know, you got Christmas. I've said loads of stuff before, so I'm not going to sit here and say it again because I could be on for another hour. But basically, have a beautiful Christmas. Keep safe, keep aware, but don't get caught up in the news and all that. It doesn't matter what they're saying. I just say leave it till after Christmas. You'll feel so much better to not going on what's going on to what is going on. And then you'll see it doesn't really affect you when you're not looking anyway. But we know there's a world awakening with the dark side coming in of the dark, the shadow world self. It has to, because we're manifesting that within us and it's all coming out, like I said before. So happy Christmas, enjoy yourself, you know, have a few drinks, it's fine. I know people going about, oh, you've got to get this and you've got to flush this out. Yes, but you know, don't drag yourself down with that, because that's another fair thing as well. Enjoy it, but do it all from good intentions and love. You can get back on all that sort of great stuff. Just the main thing is, to me, it's not about that. I know people are cleansing and that, yes, we are doing that. You can go back to juicing and all that, or whatever it is that suits you, but I'm just saying, enjoy yourself. Don't get in all that mode of, oh my god, I've had a big chocolate cake at Christmas and this. No, enjoy it, because it's still a frequency of you enjoying and you're being present with everyone. That's the massive thing for Christmas, of the message I would say. Just enjoy it anyway. I think a lot of people, I haven't personally, have had a shit time this year with what's gone on, with the confusion and whatever, and not seeing the family, so bloody enjoy it, because that's what it's about. Look out for the energies of the 21st. I'm going to be out meditating, doing my own thing, because we'll be still connected to the consciousness, because there's a lot of people doing it anyway. So I'm not going in any group things. I'm just doing my own thing. And that's why I'll just put out before we go is, when I do stuff on my channel, I just do the stuff I love. You know, I can be shy sometimes, but when I'm in my element, in my own space, my own womb, like I was saying before, I come alive, because it's what I love doing. That's why I sort of like just doing it on my own and not getting influenced of anyone else here, because I just do my thing and I can just go with the flow. So like I said, I'll just reread out the little message that came in today. Remember, the message is, you have the key to open your heart up, open it up. And the message was in a song, which I'm not going to sing now, was... and this was my little gift to you. My little gift to you was, this is my place. You know, I'm talking about when I come in here and I come and talk to you. This is my place, my sacred womb. I choose to share my journey with you. So you turn into poets and everything when you get connected, do you know what I mean? Bringing in the light for all to see. Won't you join me and set your heart free? Free to be you, free to be me. The divine individual you were meant to be. This is my gift from me to you. You are loved, standing your truth. So, you know. Oh, by the way, if Juan comes on before, you said to me before, I don't know if he's there, I was reading it wrong because I thought it said blue. I think you said Buenos Dias, and I just didn't see it. And then I was like, oh my God, he said Buenos Dias. And I was like, so Buenos Dias. I don't know why I was looking at. So, yes. So, you are a poet and you didn't know. Yeah, you'll notice when you get more connected to your higher self, things just flow in. You start making, I do personally, you might know what I'm talking about. I just get songs in that come in. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that rhymes. And the more you're in flow state, that's how you get quite creative. Things don't seem to dry up. You're just like, whoa, I'm making songs up now and poems, and oh my God, you know, like, I'm on fire. That's how it happens, especially when you're in... I've been in quite a high buzzing mood today. Earlier on I was like calm and flowing, fingers are tingling now, but it was nice. I was just like, yeah, that's how I feel. And then when I get raised up in energy, I'm like, whoa, all these things are coming in. So that's why I write songs down, and that's why I like to come and sing them to you. That's just me being me, because that's how I feel I want to do. You know, if there was a load of people here, I don't mean I feel daft, because I do sing in kitchen and stuff, but it's just like, when I'm in my element, it just all comes out. And I'm so used to this now, so, you know, it's my little filming studio, so, you know, yeah. So, like I said, thanks all for coming in. Happy Christmas. And I want to say I'll see you in the new year. I'm hoping I can not come on, but like I said, I probably might do a hi, you alright? Yeah, you're alright, so am I. Like, see you in the new year. But it will be fun. Well, mind you, I can do that kind of because I don't want to have a full blown conversation of anything. Just be like, hi, you alright? I'm still here. Or maybe I'll just put posts up on my community page. Keep checking my community page because I will be putting posts up over there of positive messages to keep you going. So if I'm going to try and not come on, so I'll try and post. Well, I won't try and post. I will be posting on there. But basically, I can't wait to come back in the new year to go, hey, what's going on in life? Like, how are you feeling? So that's really what I'd like to do. So let's see if I can do it. But like I said, if you want to keep a track of what I'm sort of putting out, go to the community page. If you don't know what that is, when you go on my channel, it will say along the top bar, it will say community page. Tap on that and you'll see what I'm posting. So yes. So like I said, I can't see what everyone's saying because if I start reading things out and all that, I'll end up for another hour and I'm getting cold. So, like I said, happy Christmas. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for the newbies as well. Remember to subscribe because I know YouTube mess around with it. And thumbs up everybody. And I will see you very soon. I'm very looking forward to being very present this year in the present of Christmas. I just can't wait. I'm watching the World Show going on at the same time because I'll be still, I'll be having a bit of a nosy in what's going on with other people and stuff, and it's just like beautiful. So yes, happy Christmas. Look after yourself. Remember to do the work, and we are doing this. Keep your vibrations high, and that's all you can do, and that's the best thing you can do because it's going to help you a lot now and within 2021. So see you soon. Bye. I can't get off.